Yes, I don't assume you're on.
Thank
you.
Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Felony First Appearance Hearings. I am Judge Mindy Glazer. I will be presiding today. The video for first appearance hearings has been played to all defendants. I need everyone to please stand up, raise your right hand, and be sworn in by our clerk.
Buenos días a todos. Por favor, pónganse de pie para que presten juramento en la corte.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say you.
Jura no afirma que van a decir la verdad, nada más que la verdad. Si es así, respondan.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Gracias. Tomen asiento.
Madam Interpreter, can you raise your right hand and be sworn, please?
Do you swear that you will well and faithfully interpret from English to Spanish, Spanish to English, the questions asked, and the answers given to the best of your ability, and that you have such ability?
Yes, I do. My name is Diana Echeverry, co-interpreter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If there's anyone here for a case on Zoom, please type the defendant's name in the chat room.
Si hay alguna persona que esté presente para algún caso, por favor anote el nombre de la persona y su nombre en el chat.
Can the attorneys announce, please state?
Good morning, Your Honor. Honor Romas on behalf of the state for out-of-state extraditions.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Rebecca Fernandez.
Ms. Fernandez, good morning. We need our state attorney to announce as well. Go ahead, Ms.
Sorry.
Nessa Ad on behalf of the state.
Good morning. Okay, let's get started. I see this juvenile here with his family. I didn't it for today.
No, Your Honor, we're requesting an extension, or the demanded state requesting an
Oh, okay. I don't need the family writing everything down because if they keep clogging up my chat, I'm just going to remove you all. So what's going on? I'll call his case first, though. Where is he on here?
number 3, Your Honor.
1, 2,
Number 4.
Number 8, Your Honor.
Raylon Jackson. Okay, so it looks like Louisiana, we tried to get him here quicker. It looks like he needs an extension of time. They need an extension of time for pickup. They want a week extension, but they're saying it will be hopefully sooner than that. All I can tell you is that they usually take 30 days. Anytime that's more sooner than 30 days is good for Louisiana. They're entitled to an extension. He waived on the 17th. When did he waive? The 17th?
The 17th, Your Honor.
I can't hold him past July 17th, but they're going to pick him up sooner. So when do they need the extension for? Pickup's going to be by July 4th. So you want me to reset it July? Is the 5th a Saturday? Okay, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Jackson. Sit tight. Don't fight with anybody. Don't pick up any charges because it will delay you getting transported. I promise you they're trying to get you out of here as quick as possible. Just need Louisiana to come get you. Yes, sir. Did you want to say something?
Do you mind if I have a parent on the call?
Yeah, your family's all here, sir.
Oh no, like could you add my mama on the call?
She's here. She's here. I don't need it. Who's the mother? Can she raise her hand?
I think her name is Dee, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll promote Dee if she wants to speak to him. Here, Miss Dee, you can speak to your son. Miss Dee, I think your son
Yes, I'm here.
wanted to speak to you a minute, but just remember you're on a public Zoom and everybody can hear your conversation.
That's
Okay.
fine. I'm right here, right now.
All right. Do you want to talk to your mom?
Okay, ICEMAN, so my question was, so basically I had my lawyer, he was supposedly to get all of my charges, the warrant uplifted in Louisiana.
Yes, yes. So what we're just finding out is that the lawyers tried to recall an active bench warrant, and this is a deputy warrant that was issued, which I just found this out this morning.
What's going on is they issued another warrant for you and the lawyer has to go in front of the judge in Louisiana to try and get it quashed, but they may not do it since you were supposed to turn yourself in and you never did it.
We do have he never was supposed to turn himself in because we never knew of him having a detective warrant. He never was issued any proper documentation.
You're going to have to deal with Louisiana. That's not before me. So it's a judge in Louisiana you have to speak with or get your lawyer to speak with. Okay.
The only judge that signed the paperwork, I have documentation saying that she recalled it. So I don't know how to go about getting her the detective warrant recalled because it's only one that we're seeing in the system down here.
Yeah, there's a second warrant that was issued. That second warrant was not recalled.
I have a file number, Your Honor, if that might help the family contact someone. I don't know if it's the same as the first warrant that was quashed, but I'm willing to share the file number.
Go ahead. You got a pen?
It's file number. The paper says file number and also says case number. So I'm not sure how Louisiana classifies, but case number or file number 25-012-492. Signed on April 15th by Judge Brad Myers, Myers.
All right.
So I'm sorry, Your Honor, you say you were giving them until the 5th. So they have to be there by next week?
They're going to pick him up. They say by the 5th, they need an extension of time. However, we reset it here the 7th. So hopefully he'll be picked up anytime between now and July 5th, but hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. And once he's brought to Louisiana, he'll see a judge and hopefully he'll be able to post a bond then or be released. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Jackson? No? All right. Sit tight and hang in there. Thank you. All right, and then we have, I need a reset date for him, or do I have one to make for the quash? Reset July 7th to quash the warrant. Next is, Shatarius Dunkley is a quash. Bryce Vincent.
UK solo.
Hi, Mr. Vincent, come on down. Sir, you were arrested on a warrant from Kentucky. The warrant was issued. When was it issued? March 15th, 2022, and it's a sexual abuse charge. So there's no bond on this warrant, and I need you to tell me if you want to waive extradition or contest extradition. Waiver of extradition is the quickest way out of this jail. Kentucky would have up to 30 days to come and pick you up. If they don't get you within 30 days, you get released. It's the quickest way out to waive, and that's what most people do. The other choice is to contest extradition, which means you want to fight the warrant. You're not fighting the charges. It's just a piece of paper that says you're wanted in Kentucky, but you'll be in our jail at least 90 days so that the state can get the paperwork called a governor's warrant to try and send you to Kentucky. So those are your two options. You want to waive and get out quicker within 30 days, or you want to fight the warrant and be here at least 90 days?
I want to waive it.
That's a smart choice. You get out of here quicker. Reset date will be July 8th. Make sure you sign the waiver paperwork at the jail. It just means you agree to be transported to Kentucky. Okay?
I have one question though.
Yes.
I thought it was 15 to 30 days.
Well, we set it in 15 days to try and get you out quicker. The most they can hold you is 30 days.
All right.
Have a nice day, sir. Thank you. Next is Aaliyah Griffin.
UK solo.
Okay. I keep promoting you, TGK, and you just don't accept the promotion. Good morning, Ms. Griffin. You have an arrest warrant from Nevada. The warrant was issued on October 24th of 2024. It says residential burglary. There's no bond on the warrant. I need you to tell me if you want to waive extradition or contest extradition. Waiver's the quickest way out of this jail.
Yeah, wait.
You want to waive is the quickest way out. It's what most people.
Yeah.
Smart choice. So Nevada has up to 30 days to pick you up. If they don't get you within a full 30 days, I release you. We set it in 15 days to try and get you out of here quicker. And given that they have like 3 or 4 direct flights a day, hopefully they'll come quickly. Reset date will be July 8th. Make sure you sign the waiver paperwork at the jail, ma'am. It just means you agree to go be returned there. Jerry Gardner is next. It's Mr. Gardner on Zoom at Metro West 1. Hi, Mr. Gardner.
Hello.
Or
He was in quarantine for a while.
he was in quarantine and they need more time to pick you up. So what happened? When was he supposed to be picked up by? June 23rd?
Correct.
Oh, he's supposed to be picked up by today, but you were in quarantine, so they need another couple of days.
5 days, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set it in a week. So where is that from? New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Okay.
But how can they do a week if in 30 days?
Because it's not their fault. You waived on June 6th, so they would have really till July 6th to pick you up, but because you were in quarantine and they were ready to pick you up, the delay is not caused by them, it's caused by you. So they would be entitled to more time, but we may not even get there. When did you want me to set it?
If we can set it for the 30th for Monday, but I hope we'll pick them up this week.
Hopefully get picked up this week, reset June 30th to make sure you get picked up.
So what about the paper that I signed on?
But you signed
on
it to be transported there and they have up to 30 days to pick you up. But the problem is, I don't know how many days you were in quarantine for. Well, you already got an extension, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Is that because he was in quarantine?
I think so.
Okay. Hopefully they'll come and get you by the 30th. Let me make a note.
So what about the paper that I signed last month on the 22nd for 30 days?
Sir, do you understand you were in quarantine? You understand
So
they couldn't pick you up when you were in quarantine. You were not ready to leave the jail. So what happens is it's like the time period is told. It stopped the time period. And so they get a little bit more time to pick you up because it's not their fault. You were in quarantine. So the paper just means you agree to be transported there. I don't want to keep you longer than I have to, believe me. We gave them the week to come get you? I'll set it in what day do you want?
I want to do it by, hopefully they'll pick them up the 27th. We can set up for Monday.
So hopefully they'll pick you up by Friday, Thursday or Friday, and we'll reset it Monday. What's that, the 29th?
June 30th.
June 30th, reset 6:30 to make it picked up. If he's still here then you can make a motion, make a motion to be released, okay? I made a note here as well.
if I'm still here by Monday,
We're gonna, if here by Monday, I'm gonna count corrections. You know how many days he was in quarantine for?
It was already set for report on 6/21, so I'm assuming after that, from the 21st. It's nothing telling me on the jail card.
Okay.
It's just telling me the date that he was granted the extension, which was 6/21.
Let me make a note. I don't know. So you'll tell them they got to come get him, or I'm going to release him. How's that? That's all I can say is tell the deputy to come pick him up, or he'll get released by Monday if he's still here. All right, thank you. Next is Cedric Steele Quash, Treon Gittens Quash, Dakota Buckner Quash, Deirdre O'Sullivan.
June 26th on.
Where is Miss O'Sullivan?
Your Honor, Miss O'Sullivan is actually quarantined with chicken pox.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if the best thing is to reset or to waive her presence.
Yeah, she's reset. So defendant in quarantine. So she has a local pet pending. The next court date is June 26th. We'll reset it June 27th. Next is Kenneth Cole. Mr. Cole here.
Those locals are set for June 26th on.
I don't see Mr. Cole on Zoom.
Your Honor, give me a second. He's here. However, it looks like something's wrong with the actual camera.
Yeah, I'll pass it a minute. Can he hear us or no?
Yes, he can hear you.
Oh, that's fine. Hi, Mr. Cole. Good morning. You have a local case pending on June 26th, so that's in a couple of days. We're going to reset your case June 27th, which is Friday, I think, to make sure you get picked up. I'm not picked up, to see if your locals are closed. Excuse me. I'm putting was it the cart before the horse? We got to make sure your Miami case is closed, so we'll see you on Friday. It's closed. Have a good day. Next is Jeremy Chaplin, a new case, or Chapman. He's at Metro West 4. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge Blaze.
Sir, you have an arrest warrant from Texas. It says felony for possession of a controlled substance, post-indictment fugitive. The arrest warrant was issued April 17th of 2025. So there is no bond on the warrant. I need you to tell me if you want to waive extradition or contest extradition. Waiver of extradition means you get out of here quicker. Texas has up to 30 days to pick you up. We set it in 15 days to try and get you out of here quicker. After 30 days, if they don't pick you up, I release you, assuming you're not in quarantine or you pick up a new law violation. So as long as you're ready to be picked up within 30 days, they're going to get you out of here within that time. If they don't pick you up by then, I release you. The other choice you have is to contest the extradition, which means you want to fight the warrant.
Right, Judge Blaze. I'm sorry. I've never been arrested before, so I don't want to speak out of turn or I don't know when the appropriate time to ask this is. But are you not? I don't know who speaks to who, but are you not aware that this is a complete mix-up with something with my brother? Apparently, I don't know anything about this charge. I've never been arrested. This makes no. I can't speak to the charge or tell you yes or no. I don't even know what that means.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, treat it as a contest then, and you'll be here at least 90 days. And they got
No. My parents have hired a lawyer. I don't want to do a public anything. I just wanted to understand better what the situation is. I've just been arrested randomly.
It's his brother. What I can do is ask the deputy to verify how you were identified. If it was by fingerprint or by a driver's license, they can look into it. We have the warrant. If you waive, you get out of here quicker and you can deal with that issue in Texas if it's not resolved before they're here to pick you up. But they will look into it. If you waive, you get out quicker.
Okay, so just waive it. Is there any cons to waiving it or anything?
You agree to be transported there. Nothing is held against you by waiving. It's showing that you're willing to return and deal with the charges if it's you. If the deputy will have his folks look into it to verify. You're saying it's your brother?
Well, that's the only person that I know in that county. Otherwise, I've never heard of that county. I don't even know where it is.
Bexar, Texas.
Yeah, this is practically impossible.
Okay. It says.
But why would I not have a bond?
Get a bond. Once you return to Texas, you're able to post the bond.
Okay.
All right. So you want to even get out quicker?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Our choice because you get out of here. He's from Texas and lives there. Reset date will be, what are we up to? July 8th to make sure you're picked up. And he's going to look into it. Have an attorney there look into it. If they find out it's not you, they have to send what's called a teletype? A teletype to the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office with all the information to release you.
Thank you. Now, this can take place prior to the 8th. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And if they find something out sooner, they'll set it down sooner to quash the warrant.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Sign the waiver paperwork at the jail. It just means you're agreeing to be transported to Texas. Also, do you have William Miranda? I don't know why I passed that when it was out of order or what.
Judge, Mr. Miranda has a hold for immigration.
Now, is he there?
Oh, he has a hold for immigration as well.
Is that he contested it, but he signed a waiver, so.
Yeah, I think he's gonna waive, but I was here, Your Honor. Ed Martinez, for the record. I was here because I've been retained by the family, and I was hoping I could get some information as to what the charges are. Is he able to, I was gonna ask if he was available, if he was eligible for a bond here, but I think he's got a lot of problems.
No, it just has
So
an
he's got-
immigration hold.
So this is not about a case in Georgia?
Warrant from Georgia for violation of probation. Did you get his pre-signed waiver?
No, Your Honor, he signed the.
Oh, okay. Do you have Mr. Is he here? Is he on Zoom? Mr. Miranda's at Metro West 3 and he needs a Spanish interpreter or no? We need a Spanish interpreter, please, for Mr. Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor, interpreter's present. Buenos días, señor, I'm sorry, Martínez Miranda.
It's Miranda's attorney, isn't it, Mr. Martinez?
Okay. Buenos días, señor Miranda. Su abogado, el señor Martínez, está presente.
Hello. Buenos días. Good to see
Hi,
you.
good morning.
Judge, do we know what the charge is in Georgia?
Right, so Mr. Miranda has an arrest warrant from Georgia for violation of probation.
Bien, el señor Miranda tiene una orden de captura del estado de Georgia por quebrantamiento de probatoria.
It was issued on November 14th of 2024.
Y se emitió en noviembre 14 del 2024.
So on Friday, I'm sorry, June 20th, was that Friday? I don't know. Anyway, he told us he wanted to contest the extradition and fight the warrant.
Entonces, el día 20, él nos dijo que él quería disputar la extradición.
But then he went and signed a waiver. So he may have a pre-signed waiver anyway, but because he signed a waiver of extradition, I wanted to confirm with him if that's what he wanted to do or if we should tear it up.
Pero luego él dijo que iba a renunciar a la extradición. Entonces, se quería confirmar con usted si usted quiere renunciar a la extradición o si la quiere disputar.
My suggestion to you, Mr. Miranda, is to waive the extradition. It'll get the process going. That'll give them at least 30 days to come get you to take you to Georgia. In the meantime, I'll be contacting prosecutors in Georgia.
Mi recomendación es que usted renuncie a la extradición y deje que siga adelante el proceso. Georgia tendrá 30 días para venir a recogerlo y yo mientras tanto me comunicaré con la Fiscalía de Georgia.
Correct. If in fact there's an issue where they don't need to take him back and we can resolve everything and have him be released here, then we can deal with that. But we need to get the process going.
Si ellos no necesitan venir a recogerlo y nosotros podemos lidiar con el asunto desde aquí, entonces así lo haremos. Mientras tanto, dejaremos que siga adelante el proceso.
So you have a very good lawyer here. Mr. Martinez he's been an attorney many years and he's a good attorney. Do you want to listen to what he's telling you and agree to waive, or do you want to continue to contest the extradition?
Bien, señor, usted tiene un muy buen abogado que lo representa. El señor Martínez ha practicado leyes hace muchos años, así que ¿quiere usted seguir el asesoramiento de su abogado o aún quiere disputar la extradición?
No, seguiré con el asesoramiento de mi abogado.
No, I will continue with the advice of my attorney.
So, Mr. Martinez, are you suggesting we accept the waiver that he signed Friday?
The waiver that he signed on Friday, yes.
Entonces, señor Martínez, usted sugiere que él entonces acepte la renuncia como se firmó el viernes. Sí.
So what would happen is his immigration hold would follow him to Georgia, and when he's ready to be released from Georgia, then they can decide then if they want to pick him up.
Entonces, esto significa que la retención de inmigración lo seguirá hasta Georgia y si en Georgia lo sueltan, entonces usted lidiará con el asunto de inmigración allá.
Okay, so I just need to hear you say, are you okay waiving extradition and agreeing to return to Georgia? I'll have up to 30 days to pick you up.
Entonces, lo que quiero escuchar es si usted renuncia a la extradición y ellos tienen 30 días para venir a recogerlo. Señor Miranda?
Sí, de acuerdo.
Yes, I agree.
That's a smart choice.
One last question. I don't know if anybody knows. What is the underlying charge in Georgia? Does anybody know?
He was on probation for a theft charge for stolen property in violation of a motor vehicle law.
Okay, perfect.
I'm sorry, Honor, you were cutting out and I couldn't hear the charges.
The underlying probation, he's on probation for a charge for theft by receiving stolen property in violation of a motor vehicle law. So Mr. Martinez is hopeful he may be able to help you in your case on that probation violation.
Señor Miranda, entonces su abogado quería cerciorarse de los cargos en sí que tiene en Georgia. Es por lidiar por unos objetos robados y también quebrantamiento de vehículo motorizado.
Okay, so hopefully he'll be picked up by July 8th and you can deal with whatever you have to in Georgia. Thank you.
Entonces, para julio 8 ya lo deben haber recogido, ojalá, y entonces usted puede encargarse de su caso en Georgia.
Have a good day, Mr. Martinez. Take
Que
care.
tenga buen día. Hasta luego.
Next is Alden Backus.
He refused.
He refused, Mr. Backus refused. He has locals pending. The next court date is June 27th, so we will reset his case June 30th. Then we have Jervis Mays. Where's Mr. Mays on Zoom? Here he is, Metro West 6. Good morning, sir. You have locals pending. Your next court date is June 30th, which is next Monday. So we'll see you on June 1st to see if you've closed out your Miami case, sir. Have a nice day.
What's the set for report date, Judge?
Well, I'm sorry, July 1st. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good day.
Well, good question. So, I contacted Tennessee and they were supposed to contacted you guys today about my extradition.
Right now they want to pick you up and you got a Miami case pending, so we haven't heard from them, sir. So keep working on it on your end. If you're able to get them to lift the warrant, then you can post the bond on the Miami case and get out. Okay.
Bond's been posted for the Miami case, is what I'm saying. So, the only thing.
Getting out, you're being held with no bond on this warrant from Tennessee. You shouldn't.
Right.
All that means now is you're not getting credit for time served. If you take a plea or go to trial and you're found guilty, you're not going to get credit for time served.
Okay.
Where was I? That's just all right. I need Emmanuel Williams. Hi, Mr. Williams. Good morning. What? You have a Miami case. It's set for June 30th, so we'll see you on what, July 1st. See you next Tuesday. Have a good day.
Oh, Miss Mandy.
Sure.
That'd be the 30th day from my expedition, correct?
Remember, you got the Miami case pending. We can't start pickup for Georgia until your Miami case is closed. Once it's closed, they have 30 days to pick you up. So it's set Monday. We'll see if the state files charges. Let's hope they dismiss it and you can get out of here quicker. All right.
Okay.
Have a nice day, sir. All right. Then we have Andres Villegas. Is he
Yeah.
here at +5?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Mr. Villegas has a hold for immigration.
Thank you. He also needs a Spanish interpreter. So, sir, unfortunately, Missouri needs a little bit more time to pick you up. So instead of picking you up by July 3rd, they need a 7-day extension and they're going to pick you up by July 10th.
Ma'am, in Spanish, please. Translate.
Where's the interpreter? Is she there? Espérese un momento.
Bueno, señora.
I see a Creole interpreter. Do you speak Creole by any chance? No.
Good morning, Your Honor. The interpreter is present.
Can you please interpret for him? So, Mr.
Yes.
Vegas, was supposed to be picked up by July 3rd, but Missouri needs an 7-day extension of time to pick him up due to manpower.
Okay. Bien, señor Villegas, lo tenía que recoger el estado de Missouri para julio 3, pero ellos necesitan una extensión de 7 días por falta de personal.
So instead of picking you up by July 3rd, they're going to pick you up by July 10th, a week later. I'm so sorry about the delay.
Entonces, en lugar de para julio 3 venir a recogerlo, se va a tardar hasta julio 10. Siento mucho la demora.
And also, they now added an immigration hold, so that will follow you to Missouri.
Y han agregado una retención de inmigración y eso lo va a seguir hasta Missouri.
So reset date is July 11th. Have a good day, sir.
Nuestra fecha de aplazamiento es julio 11. Que tengan buen día.
Next, we have Julio Mojica Ramon, a new case. No locals. Is he there? A pretrial? Let me see.
Chief Ward D, Judge.
That Ward D. Okay. Reset Ward D then. Let me just make a note of that. Reset tomorrow for Ward D. So reset 624. Then we have Brandon Sarter. Mr. Sarter here.
He refused.
Refused. Mr. Sarter has locals pending. The next court date is August 7th. We'll reset August 8th. That's it for the out-of-state warrants. Thank you, Ms. Romas.
Thank you, Your Honor.
See you tomorrow. I hope I'll be here.
Judge, we have a write-in.
You have a write-in. I didn't know about a write-in. Who?
Morris Kirsch, he's on Metro West Zoom.
I'm sorry. What is the name?
Morris Kirk.
Kurt Morris. Do we know why he's a write-in? What's the close of a local case? What's the case number, please? Do you have his?
Fulton County, is that the in-state?
Yeah, it's for Fulton County.
Oh, that's for in-state, not out-of-state.
Oh, it's in-state, not out-of-state. Let me see. He's on the in-state calendar, not the out-of-state? Fulton, Georgia is out-of-state. Where's his?
Yes, Judge.
Wait. I don't know, you just put Fulton County. Let me see the file.
Do you know where you're
out-of-state, Judge?
He's an out-of-state warrant, so did he close his local? Did he have a local? Is that what's up?
Yes, Judge, case is closed.
What's the case number for his fugitive warrant, please?
F25006878.
So warrant from Fulton County, Georgia. So apparently your Miami case is closed. Was he sentenced or is he ready for pickup?
He was sentenced to 90 days.
When is it 90 days up?
Do it say?
You want me to set it tomorrow to sort it out? Mr. Morris, what happened? Do you know? Because you probably know what happened.
Yeah, the cases are closed and I got credit time served already.
How long have you been in jail for? The whole time?
Since April 4th, so probably 2 months and 23 days, 20 days.
Judge, the sentence expired on June 25th, June 17th, I'm sorry, 25. And he's been in custody since 4/4.
When they calculate the CTS, sentence expired, so he's ready for pickup by Fulton County, Georgia. The deputy will be on this. I'll set it in 15 days for pickup for July 8th. Is that what it is?
July.
I'm going to reset your case July 8th to make sure you get picked up.
You want to get a correction about this jail number?
What is his jail number, please?
250132516.
250132516?
Correct.
All right. We're going to start the pickup, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's it for the out-of-state calendar. Thank you, Ms. Romas. Now you're free to go. All right, now the in-state calendar. We have Catherine Dean. Come on down, Ms. Dean. Good morning. Ma'am, you have an arrest warrant. It's from Seminole County, Florida. The warrant was issued May 8th of 2025. Failure to appear for a sounding regarding a grand theft. So I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unfortunately, there's no bond on the warrant and you'll have to wait up to 15 days for Seminole County to pick you up. The case is reset here for July 8th to make sure you've been transported. If you have any questions about the warrant, you can call the public defender's office. Have a good day. All right, next is Hiran Mazara. He's at Metro West 2. Do you speak English, sir?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
It says hold for agency and an immigration hold. So Miss Seth, you're there?
On the corrections, has the other county been notified?
Was he transported here? Is on loan? Was that what it was? It says violation of
Right,
probation.
it looks like a VOP, but if the other county's been notified, they should come get him. Corrections?
How can they get him without a warrant being issued?
You set it off till tomorrow for the warrant, ma'am.
When was this reset from, Judge?
Friday, I think.
I wasn't here on Friday. Was this?
That's why I said it today.
Okay, I can try and get in touch with his probation officer, but corrections, do you know if they've been teletyped to pick him up?
They haven't been if it's a hold.
Corrections, can you please respond?
It haven't been.
What?
It haven't been.
Okay, I will email the other county.
When do you want me to set it tomorrow? It's set to set it tomorrow or?
I mean, I don't think it'll be done by tomorrow. I'll email them today.
Set it, what's Wednesday? The 25th, reset June 25th. We'll see if the warrant's been issued, sir. They can't send you there and get you on the transport list until the warrant's issued. Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, next we have Edwin Vargas Rivera. He's at Metro West 4. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You have a warrant from Duval County, Florida. It was issued May 2nd of 2025, dealing in stolen property and false verification of ownership, failure to appear for petty theft, failure to appear for battery, and it says no bonds. Some charges have a bond, but some don't. So you're being held with no bond on the warrant from Duval County. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So your case is reset here July 8th. To make sure you're transported over to Duval County. If you have any questions, you can call the public defender's office. And once you get there, you should be able to get a bond. Okay, have a good day.
Sure.
Next, Mr. Alexander Sokals at Metro West 8. Good morning, sir. You have a warrant from Broward County. It was issued on June 20th, 2025 for violation of probation.
Good morning, Your Honor, and Judge Glazer. How are you?
Morning. So anyway, you have the warrant from Broward. There's no bond on it. They usually come once a week. You shouldn't have to wait that long. Your case is reset here July 8th to make sure you're transported and public defender's office is appointed. Or do you have a private lawyer?
No, not this time around, but I wanted to ask you, I also have a probation in Miami, so.
You got to do the warrant. You're ready to go. For whatever reason, the Miami case must be resolved. You're ready to go to Broward. You should go sometime this week. You'll see a judge there. Tell him what's going on. Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Sorry, Your Honor, for Mr. Vargas, the one from before, what was the reset date?
Every reset date. Oh, Vargas is reset July 8th.
Thank you.
Mr. Sokol is reset July 8th. Now we have Roberto Hernandez. He's at Metro West 3. Good morning, Mr. Hernandez. Do you speak English?
No, español.
Spanish, please. Sir, you have a warrant from Sarasota County, Florida. The warrant was issued June 5th of 2025. It says some order revoking pretrial release, an order of arrest and recommitment.
Bien, señor, usted tiene una orden de arresto del condado de Sarasota que se emitió junio 5 del 2025 por una revocación de un programa antes de juicio.
There's no bond on the warrant. You'll have
Sí, porque yo fui para Cuba porque tengo a mi mamá que se me está muriendo. Yo soy consciente de lo que yo hice.
Un momento. Okay, un momento. Yes, that's because I left to go to Cuba to see my mother who is dying, and I am aware of what I did, the violation of probation.
Sir, you'll have to wait up to 15 days for Sarasota County to pick you up. You can tell the judge there what happened. And the reset date is July 8th to make sure you're picked up.
Bien, señor, entonces tiene que esperar para que lo venga a recoger el condado de Sarasota. Ellos tienen hasta 15 días para venir a recogerlo y usted cuando vaya a Sarasota le puede decir al juez lo que ocurrió. Nuestra fecha de aplazamiento es julio 8 para julio 8. Eso es todo. Que tengan buen día.
Gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sylvester Travis here. Hi, Mr. Travis, sir. You have an arrest warrant from Brevard County, Florida. It was issued April 4th of 2025 for uttering a forged check, $5,000 bonds, and criminal use of personal identification. And that says $5,000 bonds. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. If you are able to post a $10,000 bond, you can get out of jail. If you don't have any money for a bond, you will have to wait up to 15 days for Brevard County to pick you up. Your case is reset here July 8th to make sure you either posted a bond or were transported to Brevard County. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, if I can get someone to post bond for me, like today, tomorrow, or would that be possible?
Yes, sir. You can post it at the jail you're located at. So post it there and you can get out of jail. Just make sure to keep all future court dates in Brevard County. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Next, Ronald Baskin. We finished with Mr. SoCal. I don't know why he's still here.
I have the next court, and also, Your Honor, I wanted to ask if it's possible. Can I get a bond or a house arrest awaiting the court in Broward?
You got to talk to the judge in Broward. I have no control over that.
I see. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Baskin. Come on down.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Mr. Baskin, you have an arrest warrant from Broward County that was issued July 21st of 2025 for violation of probation. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. It looks like he has a bond.
I placed the bond Saturday.
What?
But I said I posted bond Saturday, but they were saying I have to come see the judge.
His bond looks like $5,000. Is that what you have, corrections?
That's what I have, Judge, 5,000.
$5,000 bond. You can post that bond and get out of jail. Just make sure to keep all future court dates in Broward County. All right.
I appreciate it, but I posted it.
No, they didn't accept it. You had to come here first. So call your.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Next.
Thank you.
Marcel Williams. Mr. Williams there?
Williams.
Good morning, Connor.
You have an arrest warrant from Duval County, Florida. The warrant was issued June 21st of 2025. The charge is aggravated battery on a pregnant victim. The bond on that count is $50,003, and count 2 is assault on domestic assault. That bond is, does that make sense? Oh, $503.
The warrant is from last year.
What?
That warrant is from last year. The only reason I'm in Miami, I'm not from Miami. The only reason I'm in Miami because I'm a domestic violence victim. So my friends came and got me so I can get away from her. I have a bite mark on my arm. Like
The warrant that you didn't go, you missed court. It says June 21st. It was issued the other day of this year.
Oh, it wasn't. That bond is from last year. That warrant is from last year.
Okay, we still got one. The total bond is $50,506. So if you're able to post that bond, you can get out of jail. If you don't have money for a bond, you will have to wait up to 15 days for Duval County to pick you up. And the reset date is July 8th to make sure you're picked up. If you have any questions, call the public defender's office. All right. Have a good day, sir. All right, anything else? We have Gerson Sandoval. Last one. Can I have the calendar, please? Do you have anything for me? I don't know who's here out of turn.
There's one that corrections asked for, and then
I can't see anything because unfortunately Zoom has been hijacked by the Jackson family. Again. I have one for Diego Carey from Mr. Schwartz. Hi, Mr. Sandoval. You were arrested on a warrant from Monroe County, Florida. The warrant was issued on I'm sorry, do you speak English? ¿Usted habla inglés?
No, Your Honor, he needs an interpreter.
The interpreter is connected. Thank you.
I have an arrest warrant from Monroe County that was issued September 11th of 2024.
Bien, tiene una orden de arresto del condado Marion de septiembre 11 del 2024.
The charge is for failure to appear for a moving traffic violation, driving with a suspended or revoked license.
El cargo es por no haberse presentado en la corte para responder a un cargo de manejar con una licencia revocada o suspendida.
We'll appoint the public defender's office for you.
Se le va a nombrar a un abogado de oficio que le represente.
Your bond is $7,500 on this charge.
Tiene una fianza de $7,500 en este cargo.
If you're able to post a $7,500 bond, you can get out of jail. But if you don't have any money to post a bond, you will have to wait up to 15 days for Monroe County to pick you up.
Si usted tiene los medios para pagar la fianza, puede salir, más si no tiene los medios, debe de esperar por el condado Monroe hasta 15 días para que lo vengan a recoger.
Your case is reset here for July 8th to make sure you either posted a bond or were transported to Monroe County.
Su caso se posterga para julio 8 para cerciorarnos de que o lo hayan soltado o que lo venga a recoger el condado de Monroe.
All right, have a good day.
Que tengan buen día, eso es todo.
I'm calling a case up now. Is there a question? Can you answer it, Ms.
Okay.
Fran? Do you have one for this attorney carry-on? No, I don't. Mr. Schwartz, your client's not on calendar, I don't believe. Can you run F25? Oh, no, there's somebody else. Mr. Barthel. 12950. F24 to F20.
Before that would be a division.
Mr. Schwartz, F24, your client carry-on would be in division if it's an F24 case. It's not on our calendar.
Right, well, it looks like happened, he picked up some tickets and I guess he had an open case. So he'll probably see the judge for the tickets today and he may see the judge on the open case tomorrow.
Miguel Gonzalez Nahara, page 12. If there's any other private lawyers haven't spoken to or addressed, please raise your hand on Zoom so I know you're here, because unfortunately my chat room has been crazy. I have a Creole interpreter too. Does anybody need a Creole interpreter? Hi, Miss Wilson. How you doing? One second. Sir, do you speak English, Mr. Gonzalez Nahara?
He needs a Spanish interpreter.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for battery by a detainee on another detainee. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Buenos días, señor. Usted ha sido arrestado por una agresión física de un reo contra otro reo. Se le nombra un abogado de oficio que le represente.
Probable cause for the charge, and I'm setting a bond. It is $20. Have a good day.
Encuentro motivo fundado para los cargos y su fianza es $2,500. Que tengan buen día. Eso es todo, señor.
Are there any more private lawyers here I need to address? Please raise your hand on Zoom so I can know you're here and for your case at a turn. Marshall, page 1.
Judge, you want to take the defendant that has the Creole interpreter after this female?
Yes. Who is this? Miss
This is
Marshall?
Miss Marshall before you.
Miss Marshall, yeah, bring me the Creole. And what page is the person on with the Creole interpreter? Who is it? Name and page, please.
Page 5 for the Creole interpreter, page 5.
Miss, what's the name?
Riel Judy.
Thank you. Hi, Miss Marshall. You were arrested for possession of cocaine, possession of a THC oil pen, resisting an officer without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me review. So she got a crack pipe and also a vape pen. And I will give her the TAP program.
It overstates objection based upon the defendant attempting to escape custody and attempting to grab the deputy's firearm and gun belt.
All right, so I won't do that then.
Your Honor, she's indicated to me that her mom can take her in. So we'd be requesting pretrial services, which they have a little bit more. You have to report in regularly.
What's her address?
Do you know your stepmom's address by heart?
I don't know what address I have.
Do you know her phone number?
We have to do it in division, okay? Because we don't have, it's Judge Hurd, so he's very accommodating. I'm setting a bond. Count 1, possession of cocaine is $1,000. Count 2, possession of the THC pens, $1. Count 3, resisting without violence is $500. And count 4, possession of drug paraphernalia. 1 second. It will be $500. All right, so if you can get her mom's stepmom or mom's information, go set it down before Judge Hirsch, Milton Hirsch. Next, Brielle Judy on page 5. What happened to Creole interpreter? All right, she's here. Don't move. This is Miss Lisette Pico. Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for possession of crystal meth, a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
That's either custody release.
The TAP?
Maybe
Your
TAP.
Honor, I'm requesting TAP for Ms. Dopico.
TAP alternate bond, $2,500, count 1.
Actually, Your Honor, she's telling me she does have an address and place to go, so we prefer pretrial services.
You're not getting it. When it says homeless, we take people what they tell the officer. TAP alternate bond, 2,500 count and 500 count 2. If she has an address, they'll let her out quicker. So she doesn't want a date to come back, or should we give her one just in case? What is 30 days? June 1, 20, July 23rd or no?
No, Your Honor, we're fine.
No, you sure? I need to give her a date to come back to court.
Okay.
Your arraignment date will be July 23rd at 9 a.m. Courtroom 6-2, Judge Altfield.
Was that 28th, Your Honor? 23rd
from today. So today's the 23rd. So it's 2 days from today.
I can get pretrial.
Hold on.
Thank you. Next is Brielle Judy. We have the Creole interpreter. Miss Wilson, sworn in today or no?
Not yet, Judge.
Ready to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm you will translate from English to Creole and Creole to English to the best of your abilities? If so, state I do.
I do. Carol Wilson, court certified interpreter.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Judy. You were arrested for a case from June 22nd. The charge is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Bonjour, Monsieur Judy. Yo te arrêté dans cas qui t'est passé le 22 juin. Yo te accusé côté c'est battre moun avec un zam.
So I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Donc ma bon avocat dans bureau avocat défenseur public là pour représenter.
Is the victim in court? If so, can she raise her hand on Zoom to know?
Est-ce que victime dans notre tribunal, sous notre tribunal là, levé mais on sous Zoom?
So there is probable cause for aggravated assault with a firearm.
Moi ouais que gen assez raison côté c'est attaquer avec un zam?
No, ça va bien.
No, that never happened.
Your Honor, he has no priors. I'd be requesting house arrest level 2 plus bond. With a stay away order in place, there's no risk to the alleged victim.
Votre honneur, li pa gen antécédent, m'ta mandé que yo bal résidence surveillée niveau 2 avec un lot campé loin.
Are you working for the state? Do you know what you just said to me?
I'm asking for house arrest. I'm not sure what you're inclined to.
House arrest plus bond.
Alternate bond, Your Honor.
That's not
Well-
what you said. You said house
Well, I
arrest.
would revise my request then to alternate bond.
Okay. Plus, that's what I heard.
Juge la mande avocat wap travay pou l'État, ou kon ki sa mande mwen, avocat a di kon sa excuse li corrige demande.
Is that, do you have an objection to that?
That's fine.
Sir,
Juge la mande avocat l'État, s'il gen objection, li di non, pa gen problem. I'm sorry, Judge. Go ahead.
sir, how long have you lived in Miami for?
Monsieur, depuis combien de temps habite Miami?
21 années.
31 years.
Sir, I'm entering a stay away order from the alleged victim, your wife, whose initials are LE.
Monsieur ma bon ou l'autre campé loin de supposé victime nan initial li c'est LE.
No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
Ou pa gen doit gen kontak avec victime nan directement, indirectement, ni nan téléphone, ni écrit, ni en personne, ni voye commission pour li.
No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
Ou pa ka gen kontak avec victime nan à travers médias sociaux ou bien aucun autre moyen électronique.
And he must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times.
Et faut rester à moins à 500 pieds de victime, de côté le traité, côté le travail, côté l'école, tout.
Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs.
Ou pas cap gen aucun autre activité criminelle, ou pas ka utiliser ni posséder aucun drogue illégal.
Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition.
Ou pas capable posséder, utiliser, acheter aucun arme, aucun balle, aucun ammunition.
You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court.
Si ko gen balle, arme, ammunition avec un permis de port d'arme, il faut porter tout bail ça dans le commissariat la police qui pi la kaywa, y a bon reçu ou porter reçu à notre tribunal là.
You may to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail.
Ou ka retourner ka victime nan dans 48 heures après ou la ou accompagné de ou capable retourner là 48 heures après ou la
You must be accompanied by a police officer
faut que gon policier ka accompagné ou.
so that you can retrieve your personal clothing, health items, medication, personal and business related paperwork and work tools.
Pour qu'on capable prendre effet personnel ou pour capable prendre médicaments, tout papier qu'on besoin yo, outils pour travail ou tout ça besoin dans cas.
Go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested.
Sou retourner ka victime nan sans la police là ou bien sou rete dans cas là y a pas retour encore.
Do you understand?
Ou comprendre l'autre campé loin monsieur?
Oui, je comprends. Il y a une question que m'a posée.
Yes, I understand, but I have questions. I don't know when I will be able to ask them.
What's your question?
Qui question gen?
Question bien, la police a été depuis hier.
The police took the weapon yesterday.
Et police, ça ne va pas dire même, c'est peut-être pour suspendre le téléphone, madame. Moi, c'est ça fait les servir avec ça pour le.
And I did not touch the weapon. It's because I cut off my wife's phone line. That's why she's using.
Interpreter, can you also advise him not to speak about the facts of the case?
Monsieur avocat, on l'a dit, pas parler rien, pas raconter rien de ça qui t'est passé. T'en dis pas là avant.
Oui.
Yes.
La question que j'ai pour me travailler de monsieur, comme si les 48 heures de venir, est-ce que je peux prendre matériel de travail moins pour me reporter dans le travail, ou bien me chercher pour moi?
I have to work tomorrow. Can I go and pick up my work tools, or can I send somebody to pick them up for me?
Your lawyer can answer that for you.
Avocat la ka djou sa. Monsieur, c'est pas pour 48 heures, non, ou gen 48 heures pour aller chercher bail.
Au moins, okay.
I clarified, Judge. He thought he had to wait 48 hours, so I explained to him that he's
48 hours.
Yes.
So do you have any other questions for her or no?
Gen l'autre question pour juge là, monsieur?
Oui, je me demandais après combien de temps je suis capable de retourner à la caille moi.
I want to know after how long can I go back home?
Well, while this case is open, you're not going home. You have to stay away from the victim.
Pendant que cas ça l'ouvre ou pas ka la caille ou faut arrêter loin victime nan.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead, you go ahead.
Tell him if he can call, speak to the lawyers, we can give him all of his options and talk to him about those things.
Avocat la di la bon numéro de téléphone bureau pour rele la pral di ki choix ko gen puis il pral parler sur tout bay ça.
Okay, next, it's house arrest GPS monitor, level 3 house arrest. With,
Résident
go ahead.
résident surveilleur niveau 3 bagay nan pied moniteur nan pied
Alternate bond, $5,000.
ou bien payer caution $5,000.
Have a nice day, sir.
Passez bonne journée, monsieur.
Merci.
Thank you.
Madam Interpreter, you're excused. Thank you so much. We'll call you.
Judge.
Not now, it has to be another day.
No, I didn't take him. Do you have on page 1, Lisette Hernandez?
Mr. Hernandez is worthy, judge reset for tomorrow.
We're trying to find PC on 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's probable cause counts 1 and 2, reset worthy for the afternoon. Then we have Jamie Torres, page 2.
Mr. Torres was disruptive.
No, please review for probable cause. We can go case by case.
Okay. The first one is that one ending in 6-9.
6-9 threat to Leo is good, and I'm
Demeanor, I agree.
yeah, I'm 1.
Then there's the one ending in 6-5, petty theft, retail theft. It looks like what, petty theft, 4 more convictions? They don't list it.
So it's 2 convictions are listed in 6-4.
Okay, thank you. Let me just make a note of that. There's probable cause for petty theft.
Your Honor, my question is though, is that take the probable cause from this within the 4 corners of the arrest form if the officer failed to specify that he has 2 prior convictions?
It's a sworn statement by an officer. I believe it would be sufficient in order to establish probable cause.
Affidavit is a sworn statement. It is sufficient.
Okay.
Then we have the one ending in 6-4 is charged with petty theft. Let me take a look.
Was there any?
There's probable cause for count 1, count 2, and count 3. All counts to reset as well for later this afternoon. Now we have Roberto Urquiza Valiz on page 2.
Judge, can we take one more at a time for corrections? He's from out of facility. Rudolph.
I need a page and a name, please.
The
Page
last
12.
guy in calendar, Judge.
Page 12.
Kazari Randolph? Yes?
Page 13, yes.
I'll jump up for once. Okay. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for burglary with an assault or battery. It's from June 13th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. He has a second case as well for possession of cocaine. So give me a moment to review for probable cause. So on F-25 12870, there is probable cause for burglary with an assault or battery. On the other case, they found some cocaine on him, so there's probable cause for both cases. On F-25 12871, there's probable cause for possession of cocaine. That bond will be $2,500.
Your Honor, I wanted to call your attention to, Mr. Randolph was brought into custody on Friday. So it's been a few days now, or 48 hours that he wasn't brought in front of a judge.
Are you aware he was here yesterday?
I was not, I was just told.
Oh, and the 21st it was set. So it was here. He just,
Okay.
and he didn't come in or refuse, whatever.
You're saying that
Judge, the bond for the cocaine possession?
$2,500. They don't have a stay away order? What's going on? They're not writing them up or they're weakened?
So you're sorry, Your Honor, could you clarify what the?
But it's a DV case. I assumed it was written over the weekend. I can provide the victim's name. It's Angelina, Angelena Jackson. And I'll send it over in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. We need it this morning. You're gonna write it up? Your order to, do you need her date of birth on there too, or no?
The date of birth is, and thank you to the clerk, 3/13/72.
15?
3/13/72.
Domestic. All right, sir, you are ordered to stay away from Angelina Jackson, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender firearms and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes.
I think so. State, what's going on? You filed a motion?
Yes.
So the state filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida statute 907.041. And since burglary with an assault or battery is considered a dangerous crime, I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention and hold you with no bond. You're going to have to see a judge tomorrow, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion. Good luck to you, sir. Give me a minute filling out the stay away order. Roberto Urquiza Valiz, page 2. Good morning. Do you speak English, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You were arrested for driving with a suspended license, third or subsequent conviction. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So he's on a scooter.
He's got a lot of priors.
All right, I'm okay. Well, is he eligible?
Also a prior federal conviction from the 90s.
He's eligible. His prior DWLSs.
Emphasis on the 90s, Your Honor. Most of his priors are 30 plus years old. Like the most recent was a trespassing conviction from 2024, but before that, they go into the 80s and 90s, so.
That's not true. He did 104 days in 2020.
Okay, there's two 2020 cases, a 2018, but as far as the extensive priors, those are mostly the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then from the most recent ones are trespasses and driving without license.
Ms. Fernandez, thank you for pointing that out. So he has priors going back from the 70s. So that's what, 50 years? Or is it yeah, 77. So almost 50 years of priors. So I'll set a bond. Don't drive with a suspended license, $1,500. Thank you for pointing that out, Ms. Fernandez. Because I was going to give him a tap, but I didn't realize he had such a.
Is there anything
Your Honor, I would ask that the client not be punished because I'm trying to clarify when the state says he has extensive priors, I want to say that they're remote in time.
They're not. They're almost 50 years of priors.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand, but the majority of these are nonviolent allegations and he's still homeless, so he shouldn't be held because he can't afford the bond.
I'm not doing that. He has almost 50 years of prior arrests and convictions. And he keeps driving and he shouldn't. I'm going to.
ROR or $1 on count 2?
Oh, count 2 is ROR. Good day. I lowered it anyway from 2,500 to 1,500. There's probable cause both counts. Next we have is Eric King, page 2. Hi, Mr. King. You were arrested for armed possession of oxycodone, armed possession of crack cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Go. Any arguments you want to make?
No. Yes, Your Honor, give me one moment. Firstly, he has no priors at all, so we'd be requesting PTS, but as to PC.
No prior convictions. He has prior arrests. They were just no pros.
That's correct, Your Honor.
What do you want to say? There's probable cause for the charges. That's what. Sir, how long have you lived here in Miami?
All my life.
All right, pretrial, we'll take him. You don't want pretrial, want to take him? Mr. King. Yes. All right, pretrial services, alternate bonds. Count 1 is $2,500. Count 2 is $2,500. Count 3 is $500. Have a nice day, sir.
Yep.
Next is Dennis Perez Mendoza, page 3.
Mr. Perez, he has a hold for immigration.
Good. All right. Good morning, Mr. Perez Mendoza. You were arrested for, it says, attempted fleeing and eluding a police officer and resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Your Honor, he needs a Spanish interpreter. Sorry about that.
The interpreter is connected. Your Honor, could you repeat the charges, please?
Attempted fleeing and eluding a police officer and resisting an officer without violence.
Buenos días. Se le acusa de atentar a fugarse o escaparse de la policía y por resistirse a un arresto de la policía sin violencia.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Se le está nombrando a un abogado de oficio.
There's actually probable cause for fleeing and eluding a police officer at a high rate of speed, which is a second-degree felony.
Hay motivo fundado para tratar de fugarse o evadir a la policía, lo cual es un delito mayor de segundo grado.
He has an immigration hold as well, and he also doesn't have a valid license.
Tiene una retención de migración también y no tiene una licencia de manejar válida.
He has another case for possession of cocaine.
También tiene otro caso por tenencia de cocaína.
All right, on the F25-12947, possession of cocaine. I'll set that bond at $1,500.
En el caso F25-12947 de tenencia de cocaína, su fianza es $1,500.
On the other case, F25-12948, it's fleeing and eluding a police officer at a high rate of speed. I'll set that at $5,000 bond.
En el caso F25-12948, el cargo es fugarse y evadir a la policía a alta velocidad. Su fianza es, Your Honor, is $5,000, you said?
At 5,000. Count, it's a second-degree felony. And count 2, resisting an officer without violence is $500.
Su fianza en el primer cargo es $5,000 de fianza, es un delito mayor de segundo grado, y en el de resistirse a la policía sin violencia es $500.
Okay, sir.
Que tengan buen día, señor.
Right, next we have Tawan Morrison, page 3. Hi, Mr. Morrison. Sir, you were arrested for grand theft of a vehicle. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Unless I missed it, I didn't see a value for the Corvette. The
Corvette, you want to call in your officer because they're over $50,000.
Your Honor, looks at the defendant's criminal history. He's got multiple prison sentences out of Broward County for grand thefts of
The over $50,000.
motor vehicle.
What? Oh, all
He's
right.
got convictions from Broward for stealing cars. He's been to prison a few times.
All right.
And can the state clarify when the last conviction was?
Absolutely. So he was released from prison in Broward County in 2019 for charges including grand theft of a motor vehicle.
Your Honor, I'm requesting house arrest, level 3, all of the standard bond. Still
Okay.
not a violent crime.
$2,500. Good day, sir. And the probable cause only for grand theft of third-degree felony. Next is Kristen Barthel, page 3. Good morning, Mr. Barthel. You were arrested for grand theft of a vehicle, burglary to an occupied dwelling, and resisting an officer without violence. It's from June 22nd, yesterday. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me review. That he's apparently driving a stolen white Mercedes-Benz. You had to call out the aviation officers to follow the vehicle. So the driver bailed out and fled south through several residential properties, entering the residence located on 171st Street and Northwest 27th Avenue. So they located Mr. Barthel, the defendant, hiding behind a bedroom door. The victim was home at the time. He had fresh grass and small tree leaves on his clothing, consistent with a recent outdoor flight. So there's probable cause for the charges. You were ordered to stay away from Linda Bush, the alleged victim, no contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times. Count 1, grand theft of a vehicle, is a $2,500 bond. Count 2, burglary to an occupied dwelling. Does he have juvenile prior state?
I do see prior juvenile arrests.
I'll leave count 2 at $7,500 then. It's a second-degree felony. And count 3, resisting an officer without violence. Actually, this is at 2 in the morning. No, 3 in the morning, 3:19 in the morning. He entered the victim's home. Do you want an increased bond or you want bond plus house arrest?
Plus house arrest.
Plus house arrest. All right, so count 3, resisting an officer without violence is $500. That's going to be plus house arrest with a GPS monitor, level 3 house arrest with a curfew of 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Good day, sir. Next, we have Lee Flanor, page 3.
Mr. Flanor is out on felony bond F2-15987 alpha.
For the division judge. Good morning, Mr. Flanor. You were arrested for sale of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a church or convenience store and resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you, and you're out on bond, so there's a hold for you to see your judge tomorrow. Let me take a look at this.
It happened at a Sunoco, but I understand the A form doesn't have the hours.
Okay. There's probable cause for the charges. Possession with intent to sell cocaine on count 1. That bond would be $7,500. Count 2, resisting without, is $500. And you'll see your judge tomorrow. Have a good day, sir. Next is Charles Mitchell, page 4. Good morning, Mr. Mitchell. You were
Morning.
arrested. Possession with intent to sell cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So let me see.
Maybe give Mr. Mitchell a break. Find PC on possession.
Yes, Your Honor, I was gonna say, he doesn't fit the description from the anonymous call. And the only way that he is concluded to be in possession is because after the officers return to the slot machines, they stay.
She just agreed to possession. Why do you have to make another argument on top of that?
Okay, Your Honor.
I'll find probable cause for possession of cocaine. Is he a pretrial want to take him? Or is he a signal? Okay, pretrial services alternate bond, $2,500. Have a good day, sir. Next is Ovidio Hernandez Salas. Page 4.
Mr. Hernandez Sales has a hold for immigration.
Spanish interpreter, I believe we need one. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for grand theft of a vehicle and criminal mischief over $1,000.
Buenos días, señor. Se le acusa de robo mayor de un vehículo y daños a propiedad excediendo $1,000.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Se le nombra al abogado de oficio que le represente.
$1 on count 2 is fine.
$1 en el cargo 2 está bien.
So what did he stole the landlord's vehicle?
Yeah, he stole the landlord's car and there was damage, but we don't know how the damage happened.
Sí, aparentemente se robó el vehículo del dueño de la propiedad y causando daños, pero no sabemos por cuánto valor es el daño.
Gave me 2 stay-away orders, the same.
Sorry.
He must have been busy. Okay, sir, you are ordered to stay away from Jesse Gamboa, the alleged victim.
Bien, señor, se ordena que usted se mantenga alejado de Jesse Gamboa, la presunta víctima.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No puede tener contacto con la víctima, sea directa o indirectamente, en persona, por escrito, por teléfono o a través de terceras personas.
No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
No puede tener contacto con la víctima a través de redes sociales ni a través de ningún otro medio electrónico.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times.
Y debe de permanecer a 500 pies de distancia de la víctima, de la casa, de la escuela y donde trabaje y en todo sitio que se encuentre.
And you may return to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail.
Y puede regresar a la casa de la víctima una sola vez en 48 horas después de que lo suelten.
With a police officer.
Con un policía.
Retrieve your personal belongings.
Para que recoja sus pertenencias personales.
You go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested.
Si usted llega a ir a la casa de la víctima sin la policía o si se llega a quedar ahí, será arrestado nuevamente.
The bond on count 1, grand theft at $5,000, and count 2, the criminal mischief is $1.
En el cargo número 1 de robo mayor de vehículos, $5,000 de fianza, y en el de destrucción de propiedad, $100.
Also have an immigration hold, sir.
Y también tiene una retención de inmigración.
Okay. Next, Elijah Surratt, page 4. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for carrying a concealed firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
So, was the gun securely encased?
Huh?
Was the gun securely encased?
19. He can't carry a concealed firearm.
But it's not.
It's not
Judge.
carrying. The handgun was in the glove box within arm's reach.
But I think that securely encased is a defense.
Yeah, you want $1 or you want to, what should I do? Pre-trial with $1?
Or just ROR if.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd request an ROR.
ROR, okay. Would be released outright.
Right, because one was in the glove box, the other one was in the trunk.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, glove box and trunk. I guess no PC, release outright. There's no PC, it's release outright, not an ROR. Okay. That applies to misdemeanor cases and felony cases. So, sir, I'm releasing you on outright, meaning I don't think there's probable cause for the charge because the gun was securely encased in the glove box as well as the trunk. There are 2 guns. But because you're under 21, you can't carry a gun concealed like on your person or inside the car, but it can be securely encased. Even though I'm releasing you, you have to go to court within 30 days. The state may still decide to file charges. So stay in touch with your attorney. Okay? Have a nice day.
All right.
Thank you. Marcus Alexander is next. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for strong arm robbery, battery by strangulation, domestic battery by strangulation, and criminal mischief. It says $1,000 or more. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. All right, so let's see what's going on. I got to figure all this out. I need to make a chart. Okay, victim 1 and 2 are mother and son. This is confusing to me. I always like the logic games too. Okay, victim 1 is the mother. Making a note. Victim 2, they stopped doing the logic games on the LSAT. I'm so sorry to hear. Victim 2 is a son. Okay, then it says victim 1 and defendant Victim one and defendant are husband and wife.
So it's her kid, not his. The stepchild.
Thank you. You're faster than me. I appreciate it. That's because you're younger. Okay. They have one child in common. All right, husband. So victim two is his stepson. Got it. Thank you for clarifying that. You must have done very well. You put on your LSAT. Okay, got it. All right, so let me read this now. So he looks like he placed the child in a chokehold, impeding his normal pattern of breathing. The son, I don't know if how old the son is, but is that like a child abuse?
Either way.
How old is the victim two?
Born in 2011.
Okay. It should be child abuse, but all right, we can either one. So I'm entering a stay away order from the alleged victims, Cassandra Alexander, and the child whose initials are TG. No contact with the victims, alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I'm sorry, State, what were you asking for here?
Either a bond or house arrest with an alternate.
I don't know. How long have you lived in Miami, sir? It's very violent. I don't know.
He doesn't have much going on in terms of priors.
Okay.
Or he has no priors. Have you been here your whole life?
No.
I'm not
In my whole life.
He's been here his whole life, so that's 42 years with no interaction with the system, he's telling me.
strangled an 11-year-old. Wait, 11. He placed a chokehold impeding the breathing of victim to the child. The child is, what, 13 years old? 14 years old? And you want me to give house arrest on that, State?
The most important thing is that he stays away from them.
House arrest with a GPS monitor. Alternate bond, count 1, strong arm robbery will be $7,500. Count 2, the domestic battery by strangulation. I think the better charge is child abuse since it's a stepson. That's $5,000.
Your Honor, as to the count of criminal mischief, I see on the arrest form, it says that he damaged a door frame with a knife, and then it's approximate at 100, and then the cell phone is conveniently approximated to 900, making this just up to the felony threshold of criminal mischief. But I'm not sure, unless this is a, brand new iPhone and he perfectly damaged the wood. It seems to me like the criminal mischief is a misdemeanor criminal mischief for over $1,000 or under $1,000. So I'd ask for reduce.
Right at the threshold, so there's probable cause for felony criminal mischief. I'll set count 3 at $1,000. That's so the house arrest, I'll do level 3 house arrest with a, you want curfew, State?
No, he just got to stay away from them for the time being.
Victim, sir. Good day.
Was that plus or alternate house arrest, Your Honor?
Alternate house arrest, level 3, alternate bond, 7,500 count 1, 5,000 count 2, 1,000 count 3. Next case is Steve Geneton, page 5. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for driving with a suspended license, third or subsequent conviction.
Judge, Mr. Jennington has a writ of body attachment with a cash bond of $2,500.
Okay, he keeps driving. He has a history of driving.
So if he gets his child support straight, then maybe he can get his license straight.
Go pay your child support off or work out a plan. There's probable, let me see something. So you want it says 13 suspensions.
But then later it says 4 convictions.
There's probable cause. All right. You want to take more people? All right. Pretrial services, alternate bond, $2,500. No drive order. No driving unless you have a good license. So go pay off your child support or do what you got to do to get that D6 clearance and get your license reinstated, sir. Have a nice day. Next is Ramses Sue. Page 5. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for battery, 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of resisting with violence and disorderly conduct at an establishment. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Although, can you afford a lawyer? I guess I should ask. Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Public defender's office is appointed. Let me take a look. So he pushed the officer. He was told to leave the premises. He refused. Then he also resisted. All right. He also spat in the officer's face. And he was drunk. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the PBR Bar at Dolphin Mall at 11401 Northwest 12th Street in Sweetwater, Florida. You are not allowed to go to that location and you must stay away from there. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you okay if I split 1 and 2? He was drunk.
Okay.
$2,500 count 1, $2,500 count 2, count 3, the resisting an officer with violence. I'll set it at $1,000. Count 4, disorderly conduct is $150. I lowered your bond a little. Good luck to you, sir. Okay.
Bond in total, please.
$6,150. So I lowered it from the. It should have been 7650. So I set it at 6,000 total. Let's see if you went 3,500, something like that. 5, 6, something like that. Next we have is Martir Bustelos.
Judge, can we take 2 at a time for corrections? They have to go to DV court.
Who is this?
On page 9, Sharon Kane.
1 second. Okay, page 9, Kane Sharon. Good morning, sir. So you were arrested for criminal mischief over $1,000 in damage and burglary to an unoccupied structure. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. This is a case from May 31st of 2025. So we entered this Flowtech office and damaged 3 surveillance cameras, $1,000 value, hitting them with an unknown blunt object, and then damaged an air conditioning unit, $1,000 value, by hitting it with the same blunt objects. And he broke another lock, So I don't know, it just says what they're worth. Does it say the damage value? No. I say it doesn't list the amount of damage.
It says, the same individual damaged a mini AC unit, $1,000 and I don't know, Judge. I mean, to find PC on the burglary and then a misdemeanor.
So you are ordered to stay away from the Flowtech business at 3800 Northwest 29th Avenue in Miami, Florida. You are not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there, sir. I'm setting a bond count 1. Criminal mischief, I'll set it at $1,000. And count 2, burglary to the unoccupied structure is $2,500. Have a good day, sir.
Judge, the next defendant is on page 11, Javier Exposito.
Okay, 1 second. Javier takes something. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Do you speak English? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Arrested for possession of crack cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me
You
review.
give him pre-trial on this and let him deal with his DV warrant. Up to you, Judge. Corrections, did he see the DUI, Judge?
What happened in traffic case? Does he have a traffic case corrections or no?
I'm sorry, Judge.
A ticket for something like DUI or does he have a traffic
Yes,
case?
he has to go to misdemeanor court and also DV court. He haven't been seen yet. He'll be seen after bond hearing.
All right, so you want pretrial alternate bond, $2,500 and count 2 will be $500. You need to get drug counseling, sir. Good luck to you. What? Next is Martir. Is anybody else that attorney or good?
There's a private attorney. I'm looking into the case.
All right. Did the private, if there's private lawyers here, you're gonna have to raise your hand so I can see you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Cruz. Did you type in the case he's here for? Do we have some?
Yeah, I think it is on calendar. Give me a second.
Thank you. Martir Bustelos. Corrections, if you have Herrera, Christopher Herrera Hernandez, bring him up.
He's here, Judge. He's coming up. He's here.
Okay.
Bring in whoever you got. What page?
11.
Oh, I've seen it on TikTok. Oh my God. That's awesome.
Good morning, Mr. Herrera Hernandez.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Did you promote as attorney?
I will.
We'll do that. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence. Then you got your other traffic charges, which are not before me. Your attorney is here. Good morning.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. Eric Cruz on his behalf.
Good morning. All right, so let me review for probable cause. It's a DUI stop.
He attempted to flee from responding officers. There was a brief struggle. Then they handcuffed him. And at the end of the A form, it talked about the defendant attempted to damage the intoxilizer, said he was a professional fighter. There's a conviction for resisting without from last year. I also see some arrests from out of state.
But what is?
So it's the struggle, and then I guess
Oh,
attempting to flee and attempting to damage the intoxilizer.
That's a liar, John.
you're Mr. Anything you want to say, Mr. Cruz?
No, Judge, so I see the charges here. There's a 3 misdemeanor DUI counts, the resisting with and the resisting without. I think he has a total bond of $6,000. So if you can, just set a bond, and that'll be good enough.
Judge, he haven't been seen yet on his traffic. He'll go over after bond hearing.
He's gonna go to 153 after this.
But does the DUI hold him then?
They'll set a bond over there.
Okay,
I'll lower it depending on who you got today.
okay, all right.
All right, so you want me to split 1 and 2?
That's fine, Judge.
Count 1, resisting an officer with violence will be $2,000. Count 2, resisting without violence will be $500. All right, sir. You know, you're a young man. You should know. Take Uber. Don't drink and drive, or take Lyft or Uber.
Your Honor, if I can say something.
No, don't say anything, Chris. This is just a bond hearing, okay? We'll take care of the rest.
Listen to your lawyer. You got a good lawyer, okay? Have a nice day.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
You're free to go. His bondsman's here. We'll get him out. Thank you, Mr. Bondsman. All right, next we have Mr. Martir Bustelos.
So before court, I was told the victim may want to be present. If the interpreter can ask if Miss Blanco is here.
Buenos días. La señora Blanco está presente. Si es así, levante su mano derecha para que le promuevan.
Thank you.
Is she here?
Nobody raised their hands.
He has a bondsman here for Bustelos. Thank you, Mr. Bondsman. I'm sorry I took your hand down. You can raise it again, so I won't forget. Bill Bonds is here. Okay. Good morning. Spanish, right?
Señor, ¿habla inglés?
No.
Okay, Spanish.
Español.
I'm sorry, English or Spanish?
He just said Spanish, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. It's a case from June 21st of 2025.
Bien, señor, usted fue arrestado por una agresión con agravantes con un arma de fuego en junio 21 del 2025.
So I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Se le está nombrando a un abogado de oficio.
I'm sorry, does the PD have any argument?
¿Los abogados de oficio tienen algún argumento?
Looks like this is potentially domestic. He does have a prior arrest with the same victim from last year. It's that F-24 case.
Bueno, al parecer este es un tipo de caso de tipo doméstico. Tiene un caso previo el año pasado con la misma víctima en el 2024.
There is probable cause for the charge.
Encuentro motivo fundado para el cargo.
So, sir, you were ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Tanya Blanco.
Señor, se ordena que usted se mantenga alejado de la víctima Tania Blanco.
It's not marked domestic, so.
No, but here's why I say it's potentially domestic. Here's the A form for the F-24 case. It says that it's her ex-boyfriend.
But if they live together, have children together.
It looks like they were, I'm not asking for a DV stay away order, but I think it provides context that they were in a relationship.
Bien, estoy compartiendo la pantalla de un arresto del año pasado en el cual indica que él es el exnovio. No estoy diciendo que sea de tipo doméstico, pero es para que tenga un contexto.
So there is probable cause for the charge of aggravated assault with a firearm.
Encuentro motivo fundado para el cargo de agresión con agravantes con un arma de fuego.
Are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Tanya Blanco.
Se ordena que se mantenga alejado de la víctima, Tania Blanco.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No puede tener contacto con la víctima, sea directo o indirecto, en persona o por escrito, por teléfono o a través de terceras personas.
No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
No puede tener contacto con la víctima a través de redes sociales ni ningún otro medio electrónico.
You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times.
Y debe de permanecer a 500 pies de la víctima, de su casa, de su escuela, del sitio de trabajo en todo momento.
I'm setting a bond. Oh, one other thing. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Una cosa más, ¿ha entendido la orden de alejamiento? Responda.
Sí.
Yes.
I'm setting a bond. It's $5,000 plus house arrest, level 3 house arrest with a GPS monitor.
Se impone una fianza de $5,000 más arresto domiciliario de nivel 3 con un GPS.
The bondsman is here to get you out of jail. Have a good day.
Y el fiancista está aquí para sacarlo de la cárcel. Que tengan buen día. Thank you.
Eldrick Gabbins, page 6.
Mr. Gavins is the V Fox. He's also out on probation on the F18-210-76 Bravo.
Have that. F18, what is it?
F18-210-76 Bravo.
Got it. Yep, till December. Good morning, Mr. Gavins. You were arrested for possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammunition by a convicted felon and resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So it's a traffic stop, right? Yeah. A traffic stop. They see him reaching under the seat. They've observed a firearm sticking out from underneath the front passenger seat where he was sitting. So they got a nice 6 hour firearm, and he's a convicted felon. So there's probable cause for the charges. Well, the bond on count 1 is $7,500. Count 2 is $500, and you'll see your judge tomorrow for F18-210-76B. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. I get it.
We can keep this one go on and send it.
Next is Henderson Nurse.
It's just.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, sir. You were arrested for possession of cannabis within 1,000 feet of a church or store. Anyway, I'm appointing the public defender's office for you. There's no enhancement.
Right, so it should just be felony possession and it's just 1 gram over.
Church.
Has you had anything recently? Why you give me a stay away order? Is he in the rear of this?
I didn't realize he wasn't selling.
Get away though from this business. He's hanging out in the rear of the closed business. Stay away from the 18326 South Dixie Highway, Florida business. All right.
Okay.
What are you? Crawler.
Pretrial trap, ROR, whatever, Judge.
I'll release you on your own recognizance. Make sure to keep all future court dates.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Probable cause for possession of cannabis. But it is a felony because it's 21 grams.
Okay.
Make sure to keep all future court dates. Have a good day.
No, that's what the police put. That's an old address. I would like to change it.
Your Honor, can we get an update address or a future court date? He's telling me this is an incorrect address on the 8
The
form.
police just put my old address.
Do you have an address where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How to change it with the clerk of court.
Okay.
Usually the PD, I was told that, did you fill it out correctly on your affidavit for the public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then that should fix it.
But make sure you clarify it with the clerk of court. You're gonna have a court date in 30 days. If you don't get a notice, go on the clerk's website and look to see when the next court date is, because the state may file charges.
Or you call PD. You
Okay.
just gotta keep up with it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay. Good morning. This is Mr. Christopher Cox. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for false imprisonment, domestic battery, and resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So let me review for probable cause. Okay. Had a chance to review the arrest affidavit. Is the victim here in court? Miss Martinez, are you here? Miss Julian Martinez? Any arguments you want to make?
Yes, Your Honor. I have an argument as to the domestic violence battery count. It states specifically on the arrest form that the victim did not state she was struck by the subject. The only thing that she advised is that he prevented her from leaving. So that would be the PC for false imprisonment, but there's no PC for battery here, no allegation of a strike or offensive touch. As well as to resisting officer, I'm not sure if this goes down to a legal defense, which is, you know, is the resisting the point where he didn't allow them to enter without a warrant? They determined there were exigent circumstances and then they broke through because they heard crying, but there were no cries to help or anything. But it says that he was arrested without incident the moment they entered the home. So once they had cause to enter the home, they successfully detained him and he was not continuing to resist.
So I think the resisting that is for not opening the door. In terms of the battery, I think it's circumstantial in that they saw redness and a scratch on the victim.
Fresh blood on her neck.
Right. The defendant's got a criminal history out of state, including a prior prison sentence. It's older though, 54 months for, it looks like domestic battery by strangulation.
All right, sir, you were ordered to stay away from Julianne Martinez, the alleged victim. Yes, sir, you have a question. Don't talk about the facts.
I'm not talking. Is there any way it could be a no? We live together and work together. So can there just be a no illegal?
She has to come.
Not here to
They
tell me
never took her information.
She has to call.
she's not here to tell me she's not afraid of you, so I have to do
They never took her information. She tried getting. Okay.
We'll find
Her information is on the back of the A form.
They never tried.
We'll get in touch.
Okay.
All right, so stay away from Julianne Martinez, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. And you may return to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail. You must be accompanied by a police officer so that you can retrieve your personal clothing, health items, medication, personal and business-related paperwork, and work tools. If you go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested. You understand the stay-away order, sir?
I do, Your Honor. I'm just have one question about employment.
You can't work with her. You can't be near her, all right? You got to find somewhere else to stay. What were his convictions from?
So he's got priors out of state. He did that 54 months. It looks like on a domestic, but that was older. That was from, it looks like 2013, but then he was also arrested in 2022, aggravated family offense, more than one offense within 5 years. But I don't know if that was filed.
How long have you lived in Miami for, sir?
A little over 2 years, Your Honor.
You take him on preach. You got somewhere else you can stay?
No, Your Honor. So it was my apartment, and then she moved in, and we worked together.
If she moves out, you can, if she's moved out, you can go back, but if she doesn't move out, you gotta find somewhere else to stay. I don't know if you qualify. You don't really qualify. The only thing I can do is lower your bond, sir, okay? Count 1, false imprisonment, I'll set it at $1,000. Count 2, battery, there's probable cause. It's circumstantial, but it's probable cause. I'll set it at $500. Count 3, resisting without is $500. So your total bond is $2,000. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is Jason Smith, page 7. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Sir, you are
Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, resisting an officer without violence, and possession of cannabis. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Your Honor, can I?
So you let your lawyer talk for you, because anything you say can be used against you.
So Judge, I pulled the prior from Broward. It looks like it was a conviction. So if you look, it says adjudication.
What is it for? Felony?
Yes, hold on. Let's say possession of a weapon on school property, 3rd-degree felony.
That's the charge, but what he pleaded?
Let's see. I think it's the same charge.
There we go. So slow down.
Oh.
He pled no contest.
And there's the adjudication.
It was adjudicated.
No, it was adjudication.
One second. Let me just read this. All right, so there's probable cause for count 1. I'm not sure what the resisting is. Oh, here, he tried to pull away. All right. So there's probable cause for the charges. He had a firearm on him. He's a convicted felon. He also had the cannabis that looks like he could have been selling there too. Count
Your
one.
Honor, I know this is not in the arrest form, but he's informed me that he has a medical card for cannabis and that officers.
In that, so if you want, there's probable cause, but I'll give him an ROR. You gotta carry the card on you, and you gotta only buy it from their registered vendors, but it's no problem to ROR them. Count one, possession of a firearm by convicted felon is a $7,500 bond. Count two, resisting without is $500. Count three, ROR. Good luck to you, sir. Next is Joe Jedsky, Jean Baptiste, page 7. Good morning, sir. Sir, you were arrested for a battery on a law enforcement officer. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Okay, looks like probable cause to me. You want him to stay away from that business, the taboo, whatever that is? So you didn't give me a stay away order.
It's, no, Judge, it's okay.
Fine. He slapped the officer and pushed him. Slapped him and pushed him twice. There's probable cause. He has no priors. I'll settle. You want me to lower the bond a little?
That's fine, Judge.
I'll set your bond at $2,500. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Next we have is Michael Desir.
Miss Desir is a fugitive from Palm Beach, no bond.
Thanks. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for domestic battery by strangulation and battery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So there's probable cause for the charges. It's the same elements, right? So is it the same? Are there more than one victim? No, let me keep reading. 1 second. There's probable cause for the battery by strangulation and battery. All right, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victims, Naomi Simmons and Shamar Levers. No contact with the alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Good thing, if they're living there, you gotta move out or you're gonna have to find somewhere else to stay. If they're not.
Okay, but how would I be able to get my belongings?
Return to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail. You must be accompanied by a police officer so that you can retrieve your personal clothing, health items, medication, personal and business-related paperwork and work tools. If you go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested. Now, do you understand the stay away order?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay down, see any
He's
recent.
got a no bond hold for Palm Beach, Judge.
I'm gonna ask if you mind if I split the bonds.
That's fine.
Okay, $4,000 count 1 and 1,000 count 2. There is probable cause for the charges for 1 and 2. Have a nice day. So if you post a bond on this case here, you'll be able to be on our calendar to go to Broward because you got a no bond hold out of Broward.
Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, not Broward, Palm Beach. Next is Jordan Zadraga, page 7.
If the victim's here, let me know. Mr. Zipper, if you want to talk to the judge, raise your hand on Zoom.
Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, sir. You were arrested.
Oh, sorry.
Ma'am.
It's all right.
Don't make any statements.
I'm tired here. You're charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. I'm appointing the public defender's office for you. Let me review.
So it's a roomie, but they're squatters.
What, are they all squatting at this location?
I think so.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's the way of the world. Okay, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Wyatt Zipper. No contact with the victim, alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times.
Ma'am, how does that work if we live in the same apartment building?
Can't
Like,
go back there.
If you're living there and you're not paying rent, you don't even have a right to be there. You're like illegally taking somebody's property. You can get thrown out for that or arrested for that. You gotta be mindful of that. But if he's living there, then you can only go back there one time only with a police officer to get your personal belongings. And if you go without the police or stay there, you can get arrested. I don't know why the police don't go in there and clear it out. They're like criminal activity going there on there. Anyway, bond's $5,000. Have a nice day.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you repeat the bond?
$5,000. Next on page 8 is Javor Sneed. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for possession with intent to sell cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store and resisting an officer without violence. So I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let's see what he's up to, his involvement. Do you want to give him the benefit of the doubt too, or no?
So he is a little differently situated.
He had a clear bag with a solid cocaine in his.
Also, he's on drug offender probation until 26, and that's out of Monroe County.
Maybe a user.
Also related to drugs.
Let me see. They found a quarter cookie of cocaine next
Maybe
to
set 5,000 instead of the 7,500.
All right, probable cause for what intent? Did we just?
I think there's enough for intent.
Your Honor, I disagree that there's enough for intent, specifically just because of the constructive possession issue with the officers only getting the drugs and also this being at a casino, it seems like there's at slots, a lot of recreational use happens
I
there.
think it's a gas station that has some slot machines in the back, or some machines in the back.
Still, there are a number of people there, and there's small, it's described as a crack rock or a solid white rock. I don't know if, and a sellable amount was found on the person of Mr. Sneed.
No, they found 4 off-white rocks of crack cocaine on top of the slot machine concealed by the cigarello pack. They were within arm's reach of both Mr. Sneed and Mr. Charles Mitchell. Yeah, I'll find, they found multiple baggies of cocaine, individual off-white rocks, and a quarter cookie of crack cocaine. I don't know, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll find probable cause for possession of cocaine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll set his bond at $2,500. Have a nice
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Count 2, Judge, 500?
Count 2, resisting without is $500.
My total bond.
3,000.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Next we have is Aaron Jones, page 8.
Come on. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you too, man. I have one thing.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good afternoon. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for false imprisonment, domestic battery by strangulation, and petty theft. Sir, can you afford to hire a lawyer?
I'm not from here, ma'am, so I don't know if I can. I don't really have the funds.
Public Defender's Office for you.
I'm gonna promote the alleged victim, Judge, if she wants to be heard. Also, there's a detective present. Detective, that case you're here on isn't gonna be on until the afternoon, so please log back on at 1:30.
Is there a victim here for Mr. Jones? Miss, she there? Last call for the victim, if she's here.
So I promoted her to a panelist. She's got to unmute, turn on her video if she wants to talk to the judge.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, ma'am, can you turn on your camera, please?
I'm trying to. Give me a.
Okay, and it looks like he's got a bondsman here too, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, no luck. There should be like a little icon with a video camera. Hi. Can you talk? Okay. I'm gonna promote her again to a panelist.
I think she's logged on and off to try and
Yeah.
get it to work.
There we go, ma'am. Now you're muted. You gotta unmute now. We can see you though.
Is your right hand to be sworn? Okay. She's unmuted, right?
No.
Hi, raise your right hand to be sworn, please. Ma'am, do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
Yes, I do.
Put your hand down. Please tell me your name.
Anisha Jeffrey.
Right. Miss Jeffries, are you afraid of Aaron Jones?
No.
Do you want the court to order Mr. Jones to stay away from you?
No.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to come to court today to make this statement?
No.
Did any questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Defense, any questions?
Your Honor, no questions.
All right. So, sir, I'm going to enter a modified stay away order from the alleged victim Ananisha Jeffries, you are allowed to have contact with the alleged victim. You are prohibited from being physically threatening or violent towards her in any manner whatsoever. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand? Do you understand the modified stay away order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. One sec, I just got to review one thing. All right, so yeah, there's probable cause for all the charges. State, are you okay if I lower the bond a little? They're not from here.
It's fine. Ma'am, you guys are on vacation, you're back at work?
Ma'am, are you in Miami?
Now you're muted.
Miss Jeffries? Are you still in Miami?
No.
Back in Maryland?
Yes.
Okay, count one. Are you okay if I reduce his bond somewhat? Are you okay? Okay. Count one, false imprisonment will be $1,000. Count two, battery by strangulation will be $1,000. Yeah, I guess $1,000. And count three, the petty theft. There's no value for the phone. Did you get your phone back?
Yes.
Okay. I'll ROR count three. All right, so your total bond's $2,000. Thank you for coming in. Your bondsman's here. They'll get you out. Have a good day.
Oh, you too, man. Thank you, God.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Okay. Can you make her an attendee? I'm trying to do it. Next we have on page 8, Melvin Raudez Perez. Do you speak English, sir?
No, Spanish.
Spanish, please. Sir, good morning. You were arrested for burglary to an occupied structure and petty theft. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Bien, señor, lo han arrestado por un allanamiento a una estructura ocupada y por robo en menor cuantía y se le está nombrando al abogado de oficio que le represente.
Corrections, is he on immigration hold?
Yes, he's a VFox and he has a probation violation F2410783. No ISO on the car as of now.
También tiene una probatoria F24-10783, no tiene retención de migración en la tarjeta.
So he keeps going to this mailbox in the apartment building and stealing packages and mail.
Y usted ha continuado yendo a esta residencia a robarse paquetes de esa dirección.
He's also on probation, so there's a hold for the division judge for tomorrow.
También está en probatoria, así que tiene una retención para ver al juez de la división mañana.
You are ordered to stay away from the apartment building at 590 West Flagler Street in Miami, Florida.
Se ordena que se mantenga alejado de el edificio que queda en la 590 West Flagler de Miami, Florida.
You're not allowed to go to that apartment building and you must stay away from there.
No se le permite ir a ese edificio de apartamentos y debe de permanecer alejado de ahí.
He's seen multiple times going into the mailroom, removing packages, opening them, and retrieving the contents.
Lo han visto en múltiples ocasiones yendo a esa oficina donde tienen la correspondencia, abriendo paquetes.
I'm setting a bond on count one. I don't think it's occupied, it's unoccupied, by the way.
No creo que sea ocupado, sino desocupada la estructura.
Burglary to an unoccupied structure, I'm setting that at $10,000.
El cargo motivo fundado para allanamiento de estructura desocupada, la fianza es $10,000.
Two, there's probable cause for petty theft. There's no value though, but I'm setting that at $1,000.
Encuentro motivo fundado en el segundo cargo de robo en menor cuantía, en el cual no indican la cantidad, pero la fianza es $1,000.
The probation hold, otherwise I'd give him house arrest.
Tiene la retención por la probatoria y si no le hubiera dado arresto domiciliario.
See your judge tomorrow. Good day, sir.
Verá al juez mañana. Que tengan buen día.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Tevin Sumler on page 8. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for
Morning.
possession with intent to sell cannabis and possession of a weapon while committing an offense. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. It's a traffic stop. Got a firearm in the car. Let's see, 115 grams of cannabis and then 2 vacuum sealed packages, 150 grams each. All right, so I think there's probable cause for the charges. I'll set the bond. What do you want on count 1? You want 1,500? All right, $1,500 count 1, ROR count 2. You want me to give him pre-trial? He has no priors. I'll give him pre-trial. He has no priors anywhere else, right? All right.
He's got a prior conviction for improper exhibition of a firearm locally. There's nothing I'm aware of out of county.
Fine. Pre-trial alternate bond, $1,500, count 1, ROR count 2. Have a nice day. Next is Magdalene Sandoval.
Can we pass the judge? She's in jail arraignment.
What'd you say?
We need to pass.
Pass.
Pass them.
Passing, okay. Larry Pena Hidalgo. Oh, no. Yeah, Larry Pena Hidalgo is that.
Mr. Pena Delgado is the VFox. He also out on probation on 2 cases, F2112280 and F2111373.
I don't have a sticky for those 2 if you want to do it. Okay, Ashley. Thank you.
32.
32.
No, but they not here, they refuse. Oh, 32 and 33.
They refuse?
Your microphone's on, corrections.
Mr. Pena Hidalgo refused, Judge.
Let me review. So there's probable cause for count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, and resetting it for the afternoon. He said refusal, right? Just so we're clear. Yes?
Yes, refuse.
Then we have Edward Moreland.
He refused, Judge. He's been refusing.
He's been refusing. Let me take a look. I don't know if the PD wants to waive presence. Yeah, is 3 cases. Let's see. He's been the 3rd refusal. I'll appoint the public defender's office, waive his presence. Let me review each one. We'll start with the first one, which is F25-12813. It's possession of MDMA. Set the bond at $1,000. Then F25-12812. Let me see. There's probable cause for burglary to the unoccupied conveyance. That bond is $2,500. And then F25-12814. There's probable cause for the charge of burglary. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3. There's probable cause for the charges. 2,500 count 1, 2,500 count 2, and 2,500 count 3. Been refusing since what, Friday afternoon. Okay, next is Ragustino Torres. I haven't heard of this crime yet. Good morning, sir. You were arrested. Do you speak English? Yes.
I speak English.
You got arrested for disturbing a religious assembly or credible threat to a religious assembly, battery, assault, disorderly conduct, and then attempted strong arm robbery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. I need a review for probable cause. So it's a disturbance at a park. Let's see. Oh, so there's a disturbance at a nearby church. During the worship service, Mr. Torres entered the church called Emmanuel Lutheran Church, wearing a black ski mask and black backpack containing a Ouija board. And he removed the board out of his backpack and began yelling, "I hate this blah, 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 blah church," because that's X-rated. I can't repeat that. Okay. He was asked to leave the church. He refused, and he said he's going to hurt and mess you up. All right. So he disrupted the religious service. Witness 3, who was identified as Ting Ting, said she was playing the piano during the worship service when he entered the church yelling. He doesn't recall the exact words spoken, but confirmed he was wearing a black ski mask. And she'd seen him before. It's not the first time of an incident involving him. So, all right, sir, I'm ordering that you stay.
I only did the park. You should stay away from the church too.
Let me write this down. You were ordered to stay away at the top. I'm sorry. I have to get the name of the church. What's it called?
Tibor and Sheila Holo.
Park. We need the church's name. I just had it.
Oh, that's the park.
Just read it. Give me a second. Emmanuel Lutheran Church. You're ordered to stay away from the Emmanuel Lutheran Church. We need to confirm the address of that church. Can you have it, Miss Al? You're faster than me.
Ah, I can try. I think it's the 1770.
70 Brickell Avenue in Miami, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there, sir. Do you understand? You cannot go into that church, even to pray. They don't want you there. Okay. And then name of the, I'm sorry, I need to get the address now of the park because that's not the right address. I don't think.
The park, oh.
That's at 1814 Brickell Avenue. Also stay away from the Tibor and Sheila Hollow Park at 1814 Brickell Avenue in Miami, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that park either. And also stay away from the alleged victims, Christian Daly and Winston Leach. No contact with the alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home, school, and place of employment at all times. So give me a second. Let me set the bond on the first one. F 25-12966. So he's charged with battery and assault. I'm sorry, I missed the battery. I don't see where the,
I wanna hurt you and mess you up, but that's just words.
I don't see battery, maybe 2 assaults.
Okay,
So count 1, disturbing a religious assembly. I don't know, is there prejudice?
no prejudice.
So is that a 3rd-degree felony or misdemeanor?
I think, well,
Third-degree
it's charged as an F2, so it would bump it to an F3.
I'm setting that bond on count 1 at $5,000. It's a 3rd-degree felony. Count 2 and 3, there's probable cause for an assault. It's $250 bond for count 2. And actually, I'm gonna set count 3 at $500. He's wearing a mask. I don't know if that's why they made it. Should it be with a mask?
I don't know if there's a mask enhancement for that charge.
Actually, I'm making count 2 for $500 and count 3 is $500. And count 4, disorderly conduct, is $150. And then the next case, F 25-12963. I need to read this. All right, so let's see. Is it 11 o'clock? The victim's at the park with his 2-year-old. He sees the defendant sitting on the bench. They walk towards him and told him he left the park's gate open. He's not supposed to be in the park without a child. The victim standing next to his child. Let me see. Defendant stated to the victim, give me $500 or I'm going to mess you up, and stood up. The victim in fear walked away from him. I guess there would be probable cause for an attempted strong arm robbery. That bond will be $5,000 as well. All right. Good day, sir. Next is Roy Owens, page 10. Is he here? Is he refusing?
It's here, Your Honor. Over here, Mr. Owen.
Good morning, sir. You are arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
I never had a firearm. They handcuffed. I asked for attorney 30 times.
Okay.
They never gave me an attorney to call.
Stay away from victims Alvin Fuentes and Marco Ruiz, the roofers, who are there to work on the roof. No contact with those victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing.
I told them.
Or through third parties, and you must stay at least 500 feet away from their home, school, and place of employment.
Attorney Robert Hall 30 times and y'all would not give it. They kidnapped me. They first grabbed me, aggravated back, assault or battery. They put handcuffs on me. That's kidnapping. And then they human trafficked me when I hit the sidewalk. And I was human trafficked all the way to DGK. The people that they spoke to, I went to I was going next door because they put a unlawful roof on my mother's home. I did not have a gun. They have a stun gun. I had a stun with a recording
about this.
Thanks for admitting the charge. $5,000 bond.
I'm on a federal.
He said he had a stun gun. Just help the state prove its case. Okay. Next is Luis Gonzalez. Page 10. Good morning, sir. Do you speak English? Sir, you were arrested for aggravated battery on a person aged 65 or older. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Judge, if you're honored, give me a second. Let me see if I can get the officer on.
Take two. It's only 10 past 12. We're no rush today. Although I do have an appointment to go see if there's any mullets or manatees at the river. Well, at least I can make you laugh. Okay. Get the date with the bird. Date to see the birds fly by and the chickens. I gotta see if there's any chickens outside. New baby chicks.
We can reset it for PCH, no answer.
Let me just review this real quick.
Your Honor, there's no age of the alleged victim on this arrest form.
It just asked me to reset it in the afternoon calendar for a probable cause hearing. All it alleges is that Mr. Gonzalez grabbed the victim by his chin, turned his neck, and cut him on his neck with a knife while the victim was washing his car outside a Taco Bell. So there's only probable cause for aggravated battery. So we got to find out the victim's age. We're resetting it for the afternoon. Also, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Ricardo Ugaz. No contact with the alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times. So we're resetting it for a probable cause hearing. We'll see you later. Probable cause for the F2 aggravated battery. Although per se, it may be an F1 if he cuts somebody on the neck with a knife. I don't know. We'll argue that later. See what happens. Now we have Rolando Macera Molina, page 11. Good morning, sir. Or good afternoon, sir.
He has a hold for immigration.
You speak English? Habla inglés?
No, Spanish.
Yo se les interpreté.
You were arrested for battery on 4 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer and 1 count of resisting an officer with violence.
Señor, le han arrestado por 4 cargos de agresión física contra agentes del orden público y 1 cargo de resistir a la autoridad con violencia.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Voy a nombrar a los abogados de oficio que lo representen.
We slapped and kicked 3 firefighters.
Le dio bofetadas y patadas a 3 bomberos.
He also punched Sergeant Vicin when he came over to assist the firefighters. He punched him on his face.
También le dio un puñetazo en la cara del sargento Vicen cuando el sargento vino a ayudar a los bomberos.
So there is probable cause for the charges, all the charges.
Hay un motivo fundado para los cargos, todos los cargos.
Your Honor, I have actually a PC argument where the arrest form states that he aggressively resisted by flailing his arms around, and that through that aggressive resistance, 3 firefighters were hit. And then there is the 1 punch, closed fist punch. So it seems to me like there's 3 resisting with violence and 1 battery.
Su abogada de oficio dice, juez, dice aquí.
Oh, they were firefighters, Your Honor. Apologies. I misread that as if they were officers.
No, we got this one and 1 more.
Su abogada dice que sí, tiró los brazos al aire y por eso le logró pegar a 3 oficiales, a 3 bomberos y 1 que le dio el puñetazo. Así que son 3 de resistir con violencia y 1 agresión física.
So we're clear. Did he have an immigration hold?
Yes, Your Honor.
¿Tiene orden de
Judge,
retención de
he has a nice
inmigración?
hold.
Sí.
Yes, Judge, she has a nice hold.
Okay. So, counsel, it says here, he flailed his arms and slapped and kicked a total of 3 firefighters.
I understand, Your Honor, but just with the way that the arrest form describes it, that he was unconscious, unintelligible, and that he was being physically put on a stretcher, to me, it seems like his intention was to resist, but maybe because of, again, as the allegations state, because he was intoxicated, that resistance became violent and resulted in these people being hit. But again, I don't know if there's any difference between resisting with violence, or if you can resist with violence with a firefighter. So then there would be PST. But still, I only see 3 individuals, not 4, who were battered, and then 1 resisting with violence. So at least.
Abogada, aquí dice que estaba tirando los brazos contra el mismo oficial.
Okay, let me see this again. Say it one more time and I'll read it slower.
So I see 3 firefighters.
He slapped and kicked a total. Total means there were 3 firefighters on the scene. So he slapped and kicked 3 firefighters here and the 1 sheriff's deputy, and that is a total of 4 law enforcement officers.
Deje leerlo más lentamente. Aquí dice que le dio bofetadas y pateó a 3 bomberos, 3 en total, y a uno de los diputados del sheriff.
And he's only charged with 1 resisting because usually that's all they do is 1 resisting an officer. That's all they charge with.
Y solo lo están acusando de un cargo de resistir a la autoridad porque usualmente eso es lo que hacen.
Do you have another question or argument you'd like to make regarding probable cause?
No, Your Honor.
¿Algún otro argumento sobre motivo fundado? No, juez.
When did he enter the country? He has an immigration hold.
¿Cuándo entró al país? Tiene una orden de retención de inmigración.
I have no
Show-
information.
I'm setting a bond, counts 1 through 4, battery on a law enforcement officer is $5,000 each count.
Voy a programar una fianza del cargo 1 al 4, agresión física contra agente del orden público, $5,000 por cada uno.
Count 5, resisting an officer with violence, I'm setting that at $5,000.
Cargo número 5, $5,000, resistir a la autoridad con violencia.
$25,000 plus he has the immigration hold. Good day, sir.
$25,000 de fianza más la orden de retención de inmigración. Buen día.
Camaleras, page 12. Good morning, sir, or good afternoon. Do you speak English?
No.
Sir, you were arrested for improper.
He needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
No, we just.
Judge, this is Mr. Sandoval, who we passed.
Sorry. Okay.
He also has a hold for immigration.
Also needs a Spanish interpreter. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Sandoval, on page 9.
Buenos días, Sandoval.
You were arrested for 1 count of attempted second-degree murder and 1 count of aggravated battery.
Lo han arrestado por un cargo de intento de asesinato segundo grado y un cargo de agresión física con agravantes.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Voy a nombrar a los abogados de oficio que lo represente.
So the victim was stabbed and had to go to the hospital.
La víctima fue apuñalada y tuvo que ir al hospital.
He had an argument with the victim and pushed the victim and tried to knock him to the ground, but was unsuccessful.
Hubo una discusión entre él y la víctima, lo lanzó hacia el piso, trató, pero no logró.
So the victim pushed him to the ground, and then Mr. Sandoval's armed with a box cutter and begins to stab the victim numerous times in his torso area.
La víctima empujó al señor tratando de tirarlo al piso, entonces el señor sacó una navaja y lo apuñaló múltiples veces en el área del torso.
The police found 2 retractable folding knives at the scene of the crime.
La policía halló 2 cuchillas retractables en el sitio del incidente.
State is it an ag bat or an attempted murder? You charge him with both.
Fiscal, ¿es agresión física con agravantes o intento de asesinato? ¿Usted lo acusan de ambos?
One's a lesser
of the other.
The other, so the state's requesting the Your Honor find the higher charge.
La fiscal pide que haya motivo fundado para el cargo más grave.
The victim had several lacerations to his left arm, face, and torso, so he had extensive injuries.
La víctima tuvo lesiones considerables al torso y a su cara, lado izquierdo, y su brazo.
Your Honor, if I may, I understand the state's argument for why the higher charge and your concerns for the injuries, but there is some evidence that there is a mutuality, or like the arrest form describes the defendant being on the floor with the alleged victim on top of him. So I feel like that changes the circumstances a little bit, and I would argue for the PC to only be for the aggravated battery.
Pues se podría alegar que es un combate mutuo, que si el señor se encuentra con la presunta víctima encima de él, entonces eso cambia las circunstancias un poquito. Yo alego que solo es agresión física con agravantes.
There's probable cause for attempted second-degree murder,
Hay qué motivo fundado para intento de asesinato segundo grado
as well as aggravated battery.
y también agresión física con agravantes.
Order to stay away from the alleged victim is Marlene.
Se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de la presunta víctima Ismar Lima.
Contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No contacto con la víctima ni directo ni indirecto, ni en persona, por escrito, por teléfono, ni a través de terceros.
And no contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
No contacto con la víctima a través de las redes sociales o ningún otro medio electrónico.
She must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times.
Permanecer en todo momento por lo menos 500 pies alejado de la víctima donde él estudia, vive o trabaja.
Now, one, I'm granting the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing, holding you at no bond.
A cargo número 1, voy a conceder la petición de la Fiscalía deteniéndolo hasta el juicio para una audiencia antes del juicio sin fianza.
Count 2, the aggravated battery, I'll set it at 7,500.
Y cargo número 2, agresión física con agravante, 7,500 será la fianza.
Judge tomorrow, and I believe you said he had an immigration hold, so he has that too. Good day.
Entonces será para mañana y creo que tiene una orden de retención de inmigración, anunciaron. Que tenga buen día.
All right, next case is Armando Camaleras, page 12.
He's Ward D, Judge, reset.
Ward D, you want to waive his presence, otherwise it's going to keep printing. He's held on something else.
Okay, Your Honor, we can waive his presence.
All right. So his bond's $2,500. Let me see what he's. No, what do you want me to set it at?
So he tried to get her attention, so he wanted her to see it. Wasn't 2,500 is fine, or 1,500.
$1,500 he's in Ward D. He doesn't have a lot else. He's just taking the custody and said $1,500 bond. Appointing public defender's office, waive his presence. All right, next is Angel Paris, page 12. 12-page calendar, 1225.
NBC, Judge.
All right.
Previously refused though, right? Corrections? Can you
Yeah.
please review?
Here's probable cause. Reset it for the afternoon. Okay, starting at 1:30, and right, nothing else for the morning.
That's it. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bill, I am well. You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to Felony First Appearance Hearings. I am Judge Mindy Glazer. I will be presiding today. The video for first appearance hearings has been played to all defendants. I need everyone to please stand up, raise your right hand to be sworn in by our clerk. I guess they're not ready. I see 4 people, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corrections, I've tried 3 times. Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I need you all to please stand up to be sworn in by our clerk.
todos de pie para el juramento.
All rise. Don't rise. Come on, everybody. Let's stand up and be sworn in so we can get started, please.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say I do.
Juran que van a decir la verdad y nada más que la verdad. Si es así, diga, lo juro.
Thank you. Please be seated. Sir Interpreter, have you been sworn in today, Mr. Felipe?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
You're still under oath. If there's
Thank
anyone
you.
here for a case on Zoom, please type the defendant's name in the chat room.
Si hay alguien aquí que tiene un caso hoy, por favor, en el chat ponga el número del caso y el número del acusado.
All right, so I need the attorneys to announce for the record. Please state.
Nessa F on behalf of the state, good afternoon.
Afternoon. I'll make you co-host. Oh, you're already a co-host. Hi, who's here for the PD?
Hi, Assistant Public Defender Rebecca Fernandez.
Good afternoon. Let's get started. Oh, we have an echo? Now closed. Okay. First case is Mashika Bell.
Hold on, Miss Bell.
Hi, Ms. Bell. Good afternoon. You were arrested for possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammunition by a convicted felon and openly carrying a weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There's probable cause for the charges. State, are you okay if I split them?
Yeah. Okay.
7,000 count 1, 500 count 2. I just split them. There's probable cause for counts 1 and 2. Have a nice day. Tony, we lost the video camera, or I lost the TV screen in the main.
Your Honor, it was 7,000 for count 1 and 500 for count 2. I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise in here right now.
7 count 1, 500 count 2. I split them. Okay, state had no objection. Got to set a bond for that charge. Next case is Ruth Lacayo.
Ms. Lacayo, do you speak English?
Need a Spanish interpreter.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Mrs. George is.
Judge, I think the victim may be here. Mr. Castillo, if you want to talk to the judge, you got to accept the promotion to a panelist, unmute, turn on your camera.
Bondsman is here. Oh, her son is 16. I guess you didn't get to see the basketball game last night. Okay, is he there? Hi, Mr. Castillo. Good afternoon. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
I do.
You can put your hand down. Tell me your name, please.
My name is Eric Castillo.
Eric or Aaron?
Aaron, A-A-R-O-N.
All right, you're the victim's son, you're the Ms. Lacayo's son, the victim here, alleged victim?
Yes.
All right, are you afraid of your mother?
No.
You want the court to order her to stay away from you?
No.
All right. State any questions? Why don't, first of all, they spelled out his full name and he's a minor.
I have no questions, Judge.
Going in 12th grade?
No questions from defense.
Mr. Castillo, you're going in the 12th grade?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm in the Zoom.
All right. Who you sure you're okay going back to mom's house?
I am, yes.
All right.
What happened was just.
You don't have to talk about the facts. It's okay. I read what happened. Technically, there's probable cause for the charge. So 1 minute. Ma'am, I'm going to order that you enter what's called a modified stay away order from your son, whose initials are AC. You are allowed to have contact with your son, the alleged victim. You are prohibited from being physically threatening or violent towards him in any manner whatsoever. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. So do you understand? Only friendly, nonviolent contact is allowed?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Where are you now, sir?
I'm actually in the court. I didn't know where to go.
Courthouse, this one, 1351?
Yeah, I just didn't know where to go.
I'll come to courtroom 1-5 if you want to come down here. I'll give you a copy of the modified stay away order. It's one.
My mom.
All
Sir,
right.
do you know where 1-5 is? 1-5?
Your Honor, he looks like he's an LET. He looks like he's not.
Courthouse. You're at the courthouse?
Huh?
Courthouse are you at? The children's courthouse?
This is the family courthouse.
You're in the wrong courthouse. You don't have to go here. You just go home.
Okay.
So anyway, her bondsman is here. She has no priors. I'll set her bond at $3,000. All right, ma'am. Don't fight with your son. He seems like a nice young man. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Castillo.
Thank you.
Next is Leticia George.
Your Honor, Miss George had some health issues, so we're resetting for tomorrow. She couldn't be present.
Okay, that's correct. Reset medical. Corrections.
One moment, they're coming back in. About Miss George. Yes, they're asking for more information. Oh, the corrections needs to be promoted.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge, it's NBC and she's out on felony bond F24-23582.
For the division judge.
I'm missing the victim's name. I didn't get an answer when I called, but I can call again tomorrow.
Let me just review this. There's probable cause for the charges. She's NBC, reset tomorrow. I'll appoint the public defender's office for her as well. She has that hold. Next is Lisbeth Hernandez, page 1. Is she here? Is she a bond out? Ward D? Is she Ward D still? Okay, reset Ward D. Then we have Jimmy Torres, page 3.
Separate disruptive.
Yeah, disruptive. Then we have, for Mr. Torres, all 3 cases reset disruptive. All right, now we have Ryan Sutton. Mr. Sutton's mother is present as well, right? Is that the gentleman or no?
Yeah.
Okay, his mother is here. I don't know if I have to promote her, not the victim, but I'll promote her. As long as she behaves here in court. Miss Sutton, if you raise your hand on Zoom, I can promote you. There you go. I see it. right, sir, you were arrested for serious charges, 2 counts and another charge for contributing to the delinquency or dependency of a child. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. This goes back to March. I think he was a minor at the, is he a minor at the, no, he was still an adult, sorry. So I only saw 1 count for one. Did I miss something, Ms.
I think it
Atkins?
happened twice. Let's see.
One time, only on week of April 2025.
Let's see.
I'm sorry. June as well, pardon me.
I
Let me
have a
see,
PST argument, Your Honor.
a second. Yes, go ahead, please. I'm eager to hear it, yes.
So the statute 794-011 requires that the alleged victim be less than 12 years old for the crime of sex battery. This alleged victim is 14, so there's no PC for sex battery.
I think the more appropriate charge would be lewd and lascivious battery. Here it is, Judge.
Right, that's a 2nd-degree felony.
Right, so, lewd and lascivious battery, engaging in sexual activity with a person 12 years of age or older but less than 16.
All right, he's sending an Uber over to the 14-year-old's house, having her sneak out at night so she can go to his house to have sex with him.
So there may be custodial interference, contributing to the delinquency, there could be additional charges.
All right, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the 14-year-old child whose initials are MA. No contact with the 14-year-old child, MA, the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, and school at all times. Sir, do you understand the stay away order?
Yes, ma'am.
The state's requesting a bond plus house arrest.
There's probable cause for all counts. I don't, for the lewd and lascivious battery.
He knew she was 14, continued this relationship.
I'm setting a bond. Count 1 is $7,500. Count 2 is $7,500, and count 3, contributing to the delinquency of a minor is $500. Plus house arrest. She's sending the child to his house. He's sending the child to his house. You think that's gonna, house arrest is gonna make a difference?
You may not be able to.
The stay away order should be sufficient, Your Honor, to protect her interest.
Stay away order is fine. If you violate the court stay away order or have any interaction at all with this child, you will be rearrested and you will be locked up in jail until the trial. Good day, sir. Next is Lee Thomas on page 3.
Lee Thomas.
Felony bond F25-10655.
Called for the division judge. Good afternoon, Mr. Thomas. You were arrested for possession with intent to sell cocaine within 1,000 feet of a church or convenience store, possession with intent to sell a controlled substance. One's MDMA, one's cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store, and resisting an officer without violence, possession of cannabis. So you're out on bond. There's a hold for you to see your judge tomorrow. So public defender's office is appointed, and I need a moment to review. So he's driving a vehicle. So I don't know if there's going to be an enhancement.
No
for-
enhancement.
He had 4 MDMA pills, a crack rock. Let's see, in the trunk, they found 9 baggies, cocaine rocks. So I don't know if there's intent to sell any.
I think there's enough for intent to sell because let's see.
Oh, we had 9 baggies of crack. I'm saying the MDMA, it was 4 crushed MDMA pills.
Okay. We can do possession on that one.
Count 1 possession of MDMA is $2,500 bond.
Judge, I think count 1 is the cocaine, no?
At the bottom, if you look, it says.
Oh, they both say cocaine. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. He's out on bond, so hold. All right, count 2, there's probable cause for possession with intent to sell cocaine. I was gonna set that at $5,000. It's a little.
He's got the hold anyways, it's fine.
5,000, count 2. Count 3, resisting without. 1 minute. There's probable cause for that charge. It's a $500 bond. And count 4, possession of cannabis. Since he's out on bond, I'll do $1. Have a nice day. You'll see your judge tomorrow, sir.
I see you judge for.
Yeah, you have the other case now.
All right, next we have is Mr. Velasquez. Page 4. And if there's a victim here, please, if there's a victim here on this case, you need to raise your hands on Zoom so we can promote you. You want to say that in Spanish, please? If there's anybody here for this case on Zoom, please raise your hand.
Si hay alguien que está aquí para este caso, por favor, levante la mano. Usted lo puede ver en la pantalla que dice Raise Hand. Levante la mano para que podamos promoverlo y
Sir,
ponerlo en contacto con nosotros.
Sir, do you speak English?
Caballero, ¿usted habla inglés?
Oh, he needs an interpreter.
Sir, good afternoon. You were arrested for an attempted robbery by sudden snatching, tampering with the victim, battery, and assault.
Entonces usted está acusado de intento de robo por arrancar algo que tenía y también de meterse con la víctima y también de ataque.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Y le voy a asignar el abogado de oficio que lo represente.
Although actually, sir, do you own your home? And if so, can you afford to, do you own your own home?
¿Es usted dueño de su casa?
No, rent.
I'll appoint
Rent.
the defender's office for you.
Se le asigna el abogado de oficio que lo represente.
It looks like the victim's here. If she wants to talk to the judge, she's got to accept the promotion to a panel.
I couldn't hear you. State.
If the victim wants, okay, she joined. So
Okay.
if you can unmute, turn on her camera.
Ok. Catherine, ¿usted puede activar el micrófono, por favor? Can you activate your microphone, Catherine? so we can hear you. ¿Puede activar el micrófono, Catherine, para poder escucharla? Please unmute, Catherine.
Hola.
Buenas. Sí, yo le voy a interpretar. Yo soy el intérprete. Un momento.
Video so I can see her and swear her in.
Hace falta que la veamos en pantalla. ¿Puede usted prender la pantalla para ver su imagen? Por favor.
La configuración.
She's trying.
I don't see her.
Yeah, her name appears. She's trying to get on the screen, but she's having problems. But she already answered, Your Honor. Is the one that says Catherine.
Is she under? Yeah,
Well, I do see her under Catherine with a K.
Ma'am, you have to push the camera button. It's red with a line through it, and that should make it work.
Si usted presiona la imagen de la cámara que tiene una línea, debe funcionar si usted la presiona ese botón. I think we lost her.
Maybe she's logging on now.
Okay.
Maybe we can wait a minute. You come back on yet?
I'll put it to a panelist.
Let me do it. Because that way I can get her on quicker, I think. There we go. There we go. Good,
Sí,
good.
ya estoy.
Please raise your right hand.
¿Le puedes levantar la mano derecha para el juramento, Catherine?
Do you swear or affirm that, raise your right hand, please.
Catherine, levante la mano derecha.
Otra mano, por favor. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
¿Jura que la declaración que va a dar en este proceso será la verdad? Si es así, diga lo juro.
Sí, lo juro.
Yes, I do. ¿Puede bajar la mano?
Please tell me your name.
Por favor, dígame su nombre completo.
Catherine Albizua Brown.
Catherine Albizua Brown.
Correcto.
Yeah, Miss Brown, are you afraid of Mr. Oscar Velasquez?
Señora Brown, ¿usted le teme, le tiene miedo a Oscar Velázquez?
No.
Do you want the court to order Mr. Velasquez to stay away from you?
¿Usted quiere que la señora juez le ordene al señor Velázquez que se mantenga alejado de usted?
No.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to come to court today to make this statement?
¿Hay alguien que la obligó, que la forzó que usted viniera ante la corte hoy para hacer esta
No,
declaración?
para nada. Todo
No.
voluntario.
No, not at all. Everything is voluntarily.
Thank you. State, any questions for Ms. Brown?
No.
Thank you. Defense, any questions?
No.
Thank you. All right, so sir, I'm going to enter a modified stay away order from the alleged victim whose initials are KB.
Entonces, caballero, voy a modificar la orden de alejamiento en lo que se refiere a poder tener comunicación, contacto con la víctima que tiene las iniciales KB.
You are allowed to have contact with the alleged victim. You are prohibited. You're allowed to have contact with the alleged victim, KB. You are prohibited from being physically threatening or violent towards her in any manner whatsoever.
Aunque usted se le modifica la orden para que pueda tener contacto y comunicación pacífica con la querellante, pero no puede haber ningún tipo de contacto de violencia de ningún tipo, ¿entendido?
Ok.
Also,
No, él, el caballero.
Él. Disculpa.
El caballero.
Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs.
Caballero, no puede usted estar en ninguna actividad delictiva, ni puede usted poseer, usar, ni tener ningún tipo de drogas.
Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition.
Al igual que no puede usted tener, poseer, comprar o portar ningún tipo de arma ni municiones.
And you must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court.
E inmediatamente tiene que usted que entregar cualquier arma que usted tenga, cualquier licencia de portar esa arma, y la tienen que entregar a la policía y traer el recibo de que usted la entregó y tiene que traer recibo a la corte.
Do you understand the modified stay order, sir?
¿Ha entendido la orden de alejamiento modificada?
All right, I'm setting a bond, and 1 and 2 are similar charges, so I'll split those.
Voy a poner la fianza.
Count 1, it's probable cause for robbery by sudden snatching.
Entonces, lo que es robo repentino de arrancar un artículo,
I'll set that bond at $1,000.
esa fianza será de $1,000.
Count 2, there's probable cause for tampering with a victim. That will be $1,000 bond.
El otro de influenciar una víctima va a ser $1,000 de fianza.
Count 3, battery will be $1,000 bond, and count 4, assault, I'll just do an ROR.
Entonces, agresión es $1,000 y el otro, el ataque, es libertad bajo palabra.
Okay, so you can bond out of jail. It's a $3,000 bond.
Entonces, puede usted salir bajo fianza. La fianza es de $3,000.
Anything, I mean, sir, do you have money to post the bond, sir?
Caballero, ¿tiene dinero para pagar la fianza?
La madre de mis hijos quiero.
The mother of my children.
¿Puedo hablar?
May I speak?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Por supuesto.
¿Yo puedo hablar?
Sí.
Yo quiero eliminar todos los cargos que yo le puse, porque yo estaba muy nerviosa.
I want to eliminate all the charges that I
Quiero quitar los cargos.
I put against him because I was very nervous. I want to drop the charges.
So that is up to the state attorney's office. You'll have to speak with them about that. The court doesn't make that decision.
Eso es algo que usted tiene que hablar con la fiscalía, con el Estado.
Okay.
Esa decisión la hacen ellos. El juez no puede hacerlo.
Okay.
You can give him pre-trial, it's fine. Pre-trial alternate bond, $1,000, count 1, 2, and 3, and ROR 4. Have a nice day.
Dice que también va a poder salir bajo palabra condicional bajo el programa pre-trial.
Your choice. You want to wait for pre-trial to get you out for free or post the monetary bond?
Usted lo elige. Usted lo puede poner la fianza con dinero o puede esperar a que lo saquen bajo ese programa.
Have a nice day.
Tengan buen día. Pueden desconectar.
Next, we need Alexis Perez Diaz.
He's in custody on a probation violation, being held no bond. 3 probation violations.
You hold for F24 18034. And the other one's F24 22763. And F24 227. Wait, that's. I only see 2. F24 22763.
And I have F24 18034, F24 22. Oh, they wrote it twice. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Was he there, Mr. Perez Diaz?
He's not here, Your Honor.
Corrections, will he be coming in?
He refused.
All right, there's probable cause for the charge. Reset it for tomorrow. With the hold. Next case is Ratcher Diaz de Villegas, page 4.
He's in jail arraignment.
Pass it. Thank you. Larry Pena Hidalgo, page 5.
Refuse, reset for tomorrow.
He refused earlier and he's on probation. Does Your Honor want to just set a bond?
I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that, or you want me to reset it? Ms. Fernandez?
Give him one more chance, Your Honor, to reset for tomorrow.
Okay, reset it for tomorrow. You do understand he has that probation hold. There's a hold for F21-12280, F21-1373. So we'll see him tomorrow.
Understood.
Then we have Libens Lorcius, page 5.
He received a $1 bond on his misdemeanor.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance called crack cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and 2 counts of resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me take a look. He came in on a bench warrant for his petty theft. So had a pipe with 5 grams of crack.
No.
What do you want to do?
Because the bench warrant states requesting a bond, I also see some convictions from earlier this year.
So because of it's only one PC for only one resisting, I'll set a bond and I'll reduce it. Count 1, possession of a controlled substance is $1,000. Count 2, possession of drug paraphernalia will be $500. Count 3, resisting without is $500. Count 4 is an ROR. Have a nice day, sir. Next is Luis Gonzalez, page 5. It's set for PCH. Anybody here?
Let me try calling the officer one more time.
Okay. If not, I'll reset it tomorrow if you like, whatever you like.
Okay, let me see.
What happened to Luis Gonzalez? Is he refusing?
Well, we have the one with asked Joshua McFall.
I didn't pass it, but I'll call him up. Hi, Mr. McFall. Good afternoon. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance called crystal meth, possession of a license, driving with a license permanently revoked, possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Sir, how
Okay.
long have you been living here in Miami?
I've lived about a little over a year.
Okay. Is there any objection to a program? Do you have a
One
place?
second, Judge, he's got priors out of county. He was released. Hold on, this is Mr. McFall, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, he was released from prison last year. If you want to give me a second. All right, here's his prison information. He was released about a year ago from prison to the day. He was sentenced to 4.5 years in state prison for drug trafficking at a Pinellas in Pasco, requesting a bond. So I think it's just DWLS.
Yeah, ma'am. I can afford about like $250. I do have a job and I do have a place of residence where I do live at.
Your Honor, I'd still be requesting TAP with an alternate bond. These are non-violent allegations. He's saying he has a job now and he could afford about $250 bond, but I don't know.
Roughly give. I mean, I'm really like. I just started my job, like I can probably come up with $250, and I don't want to lose my job because it took me about 6 months to get with my record.
Your Honor, he'd be able to return to work a lot faster if he's
I
really.
would be, when I say you're winning and he's not violent, stop talking. It's residue. It's fine. I'll give him TAP. He's not going to qualify for pretrial with a 4.5-year prison sentence, but I'm okay with TAP. TAP alternate bond. It's like small amount of methamphetamine residue. I don't know what kind of job you're doing, but you think about what kind of work did you find, sir? It's not easy getting a job.
No, it's not. Like home repairs and stuff like that with the gentleman that owns his own company.
That's good that you got a job and you're trying to get in the right track. But if you start using drugs, it's just going to bring you down. And look what happened. You wound up here and then you're wasting all your money on drugs. And you don't want to have to go to prison for drugs.
Absolutely not.
You got to think about getting some drug counseling, sir. Also, what does it say? His license was canceled or revoked, but it doesn't say permanently, so
The
it's,
DWS is good.
you can't drive unless you have a valid license. Tap alternate bonds. Count one will be $1,000. Count two. Count two, there's probable cause for DWLS, that's $250. And count three, the possession of the drug paraphernalia will be ROR, it's a spoon. So your total bond is $1,250, but you can get out of jail for free with the TAP program. Do you have an address where you live or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your address?
6090 West 26 Court.
One more time.
It's 6090 West 26 Court, and that's Hialeah 33016.
33016, is that a house or apartment?
It's a condo.
You don't, is there an apartment number or that, or no?
No, it's just there's no Airbnb. It's just a big.
Tap, the case number is F25-12987. Is my tap folks there? Let me see, is Mr. Beckles promoted? Was tap here? Yeah, here's Mr. Beckles. Hi, Mr. Beckles. Okay, you got it? F25-12987.
Thank you, got it.
Good luck to you, sir. Have a nice day. Next is Angel Paris, page 6.
NBC judge.
It's an added charge. Okay, this is NBC again. So reset tomorrow, NBC. Then we have Mr. Who's that the gentleman I just passed? He's standing there. Mr. Luis Gonzalez on page 5. Any luck, state?
No answer. I'll send another subpoena.
So, sir, did you speak English? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, so the state's unable to get their police officer in today. They have one more chance to get the officer in. 1 second.
Actually, let me see if I can.
Where was he yesterday? He got arrested on, oh, no, he got arrested the 20. He got arrested at 11:12 last night.
Let me see if somebody can call the victim. That's all.
Okay. We're just gonna pass it for a minute, sir. Try and deal with it today. I have another case for Stephen Nelson on page 7. Is Mr. Nelson here?
BC.
NBC, you want to waive his presence or no? He is being held with no bond.
Okay, Your Honor, we can waive the presence.
He grabbed the victim and threw him on the ground. There's probable cause for the charge. Appoint the public defender's office, waive presence, bond will be $2,500. And then what about Marquise Prairie on page 7?
BC.
He's being held on no bond on a case. Do you want to waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor, we can do that.
There's probable cause for the charge. I'll set his bond at $1,000. He jumped on the victim after the other one threw him on the ground. You said NBC?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now we're just waiting for Mr. Luis Gonzalez to see if there's somebody coming in. And then I passed one other person also. Ratcher Diaz Villegas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, he hasn't came over yet.
Well, can you go get him? It's just next door. Who's working today? Somebody who's slow, like molasses. Usually it's me. So Ms. Fernandez, what unit do you work in, the ERU?
Yes, but I'm moving up to felonies.
Oh, that's exciting. When do you go?
July 14th.
I'm gonna give you a 1 tip here since you're doing this, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Make your arguments short and succinct and concise.
Okay.
Good argument, just make them short, succinct.
Judge.
Yes.
I haven't heard back from my victim witness coordinator. It's a overnight officer. Can we reset it one more time?
You can reset one more time. I think there's good cause to reset it one more time, and I will. If they're not ready tomorrow morning, sir, then I will. Come on down, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm sorry, he wants a Spanish interpreter. I apologize.
No, he doesn't need one.
Sir, they're unable to reach their victim or officer. It's a night officer, so I'll find there's good cause for an extension and grant their request to continue it one more time for a probable cause hearing. If they're not ready tomorrow morning, then I'll rule on it as is, okay? This, and I already read the stay away order, so I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so we're just waiting on Mr. Ratcher to come in for misdemeanors.
We have him, Judge. He received a dollar bond.
Okay, he may need a Spanish interpreter. Hi, Mr. Ratcher. Do you speak English or no?
Spanish.
Spanish, please. Sir, good afternoon. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery.
Se fue arrestado debido a una acusación de agresión con arma mortífera y agresión, o sea, ataque.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio que lo represente.
So there is probable cause for the charges. I'm finding probable cause. I don't know if you have any argument, Ms. Fernandez. If so, you can make it.
Y sí encuentro que hay motivos fundados. No sé si la señora Fernández tiene algún argumento en contra.
Your Honor, I do have some argument for the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay.
Just because I see here that it states that the victim attempted to intervene, but it's not clear whether that was a physical intervention, making possibly this a mutual combat situation, especially because the A form states that the victim also had a knife during the altercation.
Es posible que la víctima intervino y tal vez intervino físicamente y tal vez fue un combate mutuo porque se dice que ella también tenía un cuchillo.
Okay, State, do you have a response? The defendant, it says here.
Right, so I think the victim got the knife after the defendant pulled the knife.
Dice que ella sacó el cuchillo después que el acusado ya tenía el cuchillo.
So the defendant was arguing with, or had a verbal altercation with his own wife inside the victim's residence.
porque él estaba discutiendo con su propia esposa dentro de la casa de la víctima.
The victim intervened to try and stop him from fighting and was shoved by the defendant, Mr. Diaz de Villegas.
Y entonces la víctima intervino y la víctima fue empujada por el señor Villegas.
That's when the defendant grabbed a knife from the kitchen and threatened the victim with it, prompting other family members to get involved and separate them.
Y fue ahí donde él cogió un cuchillo de la cocina y la amenazó y tuvieron que intervenir los familiares.
Also, it says the victim's wife stated she also saw Mr. Diaz de Villegas grab a knife from the kitchen and threaten her husband with it.
Y también vio que el señor Villegas agarró un cuchillo y amenazó a su esposo.
And that's when the witness, the victim's wife, said that the victim also grabbed a knife to defend himself.
Y fue ahí cuando la víctima dice que también agarró
So
un cuchillo para defenderse.
there would be probable cause for the charges set forth in this arrest affidavit.
Así que sí hay motivos fundados.
Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are OPR.
Y caballero, se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de la víctima. Las iniciales son OPR.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No se puede acercar a esa persona ni directamente, ni a través de terceras personas, ni a través de ningún método electrónico.
Contact with the victim through social media or electronic means.
No puede usted ni comunicarse por los medios sociales ni por cualquier vía electrónica.
Must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home and school, and place of employment at all times.
Tiene que mantenerse alejado de la víctima, de donde viva, de donde vaya a la escuela, inclusive de donde vaya a trabajar, y tiene que estar a no menos de 500 pies de distancia en todo momento.
Sir, do you have to go to the victim's house to collect any of your personal belongings?
¿Usted tiene que ir por alguna razón a la casa de la víctima a recoger algo personal o perteneciente a usted?
No, yo creo que mi señora.
Caballero, ¿usted tiene que ir a la casa de la víctima a recoger algo? ¿Tiene usted algo ahí para recoger o no?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Gracias.
How long have you lived in Miami?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo que ha vivido en Miami, caballero?
De 2016.
Since 2016.
I don't know how the state feels about house arrest, or do you have money to post the bond, sir?
¿Tiene usted dinero para pagar la fianza, caballero?
En este momento no.
Not at this time.
Do you have an objection to house arrest as an alternate?
It's fine. So Judge, okay, on another case before we leave.
House arrest with a GPS monitor, alternate bond, it's $5,000 count 1 and $1,000 count 2.
Entonces, dice que puede usted estar bajo arresto en domicilio con un monitor en su tobillo.
Level house arrest with the curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Y el toque de queda es a las 11 de la noche, tiene que estar en la casa y hasta las 6 de la mañana. Y durante estas otras horas usted tiene que estar trabajando y que sepan los oficiales a dónde usted está.
Have a nice day.
La fianza es de 5,000 y 1,000 respectivamente. Tenga buen día.
So on the PCH, the victim witness coordinator said they gave him the Zoom information. The victim is going to log on. So let's see if he does.
Detectives here. Is that your detective?
No.
Hay una víctima que va a comparecer.
It's a different case. We don't need the interpreter.
So, can I have that A form back? So we're not going anywhere so quick. It was a false alarm. I got work to do in my office, believe it or not. All right, I need Luis Gonzalez back. Is he there or did he leave?
If he left, I could just have the victim quickly just give his age, but let's see if he's there.
Do you need to talk to this detective while he's here?
I think that detective was here on.
He went back.
Okay. Oh, the defendant.
He's right here.
Okay, so they have him, the victim on the phone. They're trying to see if he can log on. If not, I'll give him the number to the courtroom.
Speak English? We may need the interpreter. 1 minute, sir. We're trying to resolve it today. Saves you a trip back here. So what's going on, Ms. F?
Let's see.
Checking.
Mr. Ugas is here. Can you raise your hand on Zoom?
You need a Spanish interpreter to interpret?
Maybe.
Maybe here, Mr. Ugas there, it's under Ricardo. Could Mr. Felipe, can you ask if the victim is here on this case, Mr. Ugas?
La víctima, señor Urgas, ¿está usted presente?
Please raise your hand on Zoom if you're here.
Si está aquí, por favor, levante la mano. Usted puede ver en la pantalla, hay una mano. Si usted presiona, va a salir que la tiene levantada. ¿Está presente? Levante la mano que aparece en la pantalla abajo.
Not yet. Let's give him a few more minutes. I know the victim witness coordinator was talking to him.
Give him the phone number to the courtroom.
I gave it to them to give him to.
Okay.
Right. They said he's trying to log on now. Mr. Ugas, if you're there, let us know. Raise your hand on Zoom.
The last name is Ugas.
UGAZ.
Señor Ugas, si usted está presente, por favor avísenos. Lo puede hacer si usted pone la mano, no sé si abajo usted lo puede ver en la parte inferior de la pantalla. Hay una mano, usted presiona ahí para que salga y sepamos que usted está presente.
I see another person logged on to Zoom. Let's try this one.
Let's do an attendee first to make sure it's them.
Yeah. I think it may be the HMD Global. Can you ask again if he's here?
Señor Ugas, ¿está usted presente? Active el micrófono para escucharlo si está presente, por favor. No sé si usted ve el micrófono que hay que activarlo. Está en la parte inferior de la pantalla o de donde aparece su nombre en rojo. Usted tendría que activarlo.
So they said he's on, so I believe that's him. So you have to unmute, sir.
Caballero, tiene que activar el micrófono porque si no, no podemos escucharlo. Señor Ugas. Señor Ugas, por favor active el micrófono porque si no, no podemos escucharlo. Do we know whether he is Hispanic or if we don't know? Okay.
This is what I can do, remove permission to talk and then do.
Oh, he is a Spanish speaker, yes.
Okay.
Which one is he under? What's it?
He's the H.
All right, I just made him a panelist.
HMD?
Yeah.
Did it go? I just made him a panelist. It didn't go.
La persona que está con Global, active el micrófono, señor Ugaz.
Let me see if I can have him call in.
Do you have his number? You can call him.
Oh, sir, can you speak?
¿Puede hablar? Caballero, ¿me escucha? Diga su nombre. Señor Ugaz. The person under the name Global HMD, please speak. Por favor, hable. Diga algo que no lo escuchamos.
Just call him or call in his phone number and we'll call him.
All right, I'll give you his number, Judge. 1 second. It is, hold on. All right, they're calling him to see if he'll call now.
Okay. Any luck? No. Sir, can you hear us? Anyone there? No, Escucci. No, that's not him. Sir, Miss Eth,
I know, Judge, I'm so sorry. I'll promote the victim witness coordinator. Okay, they said he's calling now. See if the phone rings.
Hmm? Yeah. We're waiting here.
Oh, I think that's I see him.
Hello, Senor. You guys. Hola.
Señor Ugaz, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí, hola. He's calling. Answer.
He's calling.
Hello? Sir, raise your right hand to be sworn, please.
Caballero, levante la mano derecha para el juramento.
Yeah. How did you speak for this one? Hello? Senor?
Your Honor, his hand is raised.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
¿Jura que va a decir la verdad? Si es así, diga lo juro.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. What is,
Gracias.
are you, how old are you, sir?
Caballero, ¿qué edad tiene?
¿Cuántos años tienes? 65? What's that? 65. Thank you. State anything else?
No.
Algo más? No. Defense, any questions about his age?
No questions, Your Honor.
Sir, do you have any injuries? What injuries do you have?
¿Cuáles son las lesiones que tiene usted? Your Honor, he's showing you the injuries on his neck.
Oh my, I didn't see that. Okay, he's showing us his neck with a slashed, and it looks like, did you get stitches?
Y también le pusieron puntos, caballero.
They blue. Okay. Do you know Mr. Luis Gonzalez, who is the alleged person who did this to you?
¿Usted lo conoce a él, a Luis González?
No, yo nunca lo había visto.
I had never seen him.
Okay, thank you.
Yo estaba limpiando mi carro cuando se acercó por la espalda, me agarró la cabeza y me cortó el cuello.
I was cleaning my car when he grabbed me by the back and cut my neck.
Okay. All right, so thank you, sir. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, caballero.
Como ver están los videos que él estaba con una persona discutiendo y salió enojado con la persona que estaba ahí con él.
He was arguing with someone.
Y conmigo.
He was arguing with someone. He was upset, and then he grabbed me.
I believe there's probable cause for an attempted second-degree murder. He slashed the victim in his throat, near his jugular vein.
Yo hasta creo que hay motivos fundados para asesinato. ¿Por qué le hizo esto en el cuello, en la vena yugular?
Sí, él prácticamente me quiso matar.
Yes, it's as if he wanted to kill me.
So I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold you with no bond.
Entonces voy a aceptar la petición de el Estado que se queda se queda en cárcel sin fianza.
All right, so tomorrow you will see a judge. Tomorrow you will see the division judge, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention.
Para que entonces haya una audiencia sobre el tipo de detención que lo tendrá en la cárcel.
All right, so no bond, no fianza. And then that's it. Sir, thank you for coming in, Senor Ugas.
Gracias, señor Ugas.
Pongan fianza porque es una persona peligrosa. Si yo me salvé, a otros sí pueden matarlo.
This was a dangerous situation, and he could kill someone else.
I understand. I'm holding him with no bond.
Entiendo, por eso por ahora no va a tener fianza.
Okay. I hope you feel better, sir. Get well.
Espero que usted se mejore, caballero. Gracias por haber conectado. Puedes conectar.
Thank you. Thank you, señor.
Take care. Bye-bye. Adios.
Bye.
Gracias.
All right. So we're done. All right, I believe that concludes our afternoon calendar. Ms. Fernandez, if you don't come back this week, thank you. Hope you have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye, correction. See y'all tomorrow.